Well, okay, well, to put you into character at the moment, you're in an alleyway,
I know what
chasing
I'm
down
doing.
a
I just don't
dude.
remember. Yeah, maybe there's not that much to remember for this campaign actually.
There's not too much. So essentially, you went to the battered broadside. You've found a job that looked interesting off the wall, and you've accepted it. It's basically a escort mission for a monk to travel back to the temple.
Everybody's
Her
favorite
name
video
was
game
Sal.
quest.
You took a quick look around town. One or two people got a few things done. I believe Kyle put in an order for some robes. I've got most of these notes written down, but I'm just giving you a quick recap. So, before you left town, you decided to go back to the warehouse and double check to make sure that there was no bad people or any demonic presence left at the warehouse. From what you found the last time, there was a rat or an imp that was disguised as a rat. You followed that. You managed to find one after it seemed to have escaped the warehouse through a grate. Followed it to an alley, at which point you discovered a bunch of cultists. They also discovered you, and you had a quick little fight. One of them made a run for it. Capiche and Jin gave chase. Everybody else waited in the alley to clean up the mess or make sure everything was all done. And Kyle ended the session finding a piece of paper on it called Bait and Switch. But Capiche and Jin wouldn't know about that, while Phil and Chase would. We also have two characters without players. So, would you guys like me to just handle them, or do you want to take on an extra person for the day?
Well, to be fair, Pearl's never had a character player.
Yeah, she hasn't made it due to technical issues this time.
Her programming has never been complete.
Yeah. Error.
I feel like I'm going to struggle enough with just Phil, so I'm happy just to go on just Phil.
Yeah, if
Okay.
worst comes to worst, we'll just do what we normally
Alright.
do when a player isn't there, and
yeah.
they can just sit in the back row.
If that's the case, I'll just hold on to them for the moment.
Making sense.
All right.
They can sit there until we need them.
So, all right. Well, everybody else has cleaned up and dealt with whoever was left in the alley, and they're making their way over to where you guys were headed.
About
3 turns off. Okay, so Jin and Capiche. After giving chase to this cultist and following a blood trail for the most part, down a couple of alleys and on near a main street, you've cornered him, or appear to have cornered him in an alley off the main, off a main plaza or a main street. There's a few stalls and a few other citizens around the area, and you've also noticed that there's 2 guards over at a sort of market kiosk. At the moment, the cultist is sort of standing there. He was bleeding, which is how you managed to track him, but he's still holding his side. It's a bit covered because of the robes, and the bleeding seems to have stopped for the moment. You're looking back down the alley towards you guys, or back up the alley towards you.
Right, well, him being cornered, I am going to slowly walk down, or stalk down, I suppose, because I'm a big fuck off wolf, at him while growling.
I'm
He's
just
gonna say,
gonna
"Don't
walk up
take
the
another
other
step.
side, looking menacingly.
This is as far as it goes. Now let me leave peacefully."
Why should we do that?
I'm not playing.
I can't words, I'm wolf. I just
Yep.
growl more. And get closer.
He takes 2 steps back. Last chance.
I'll
right,
try and
right.
catch up to these two in the meantime.
Yep. I'm gonna say
if
that's
he is-
technically 1 round.
Yeah,
Um,
to my eyes, does it look like he's about to turn tail and run again?
I'm gonna run up and grapple him.
That was exactly what I was going to do.
Okay, you make a couple of steps forward. He pulls his hand out from under the cloth, and what he looked like he was holding for his side, he's actually holding out a scroll.
Okay.
So this is going to
I'm,
get a
I'm a
little bit
lizard. I'm not
interesting.
afraid of paper, so I don't.
Lizard beats paper.
Technically, you guys would have a reaction here. You're a bit further back. So he's taken the scroll out. He started saying a few words, and
I mean,
I didn't have this in initiative order, so I'll say roll
would you like us
me
to roll initiative?
No, I'll just get you to roll a dexterity check because I
That's
didn't
it.
have
That is
initiative
what
set up.
initiative is.
No, just a single dex check, and
No,
then
no,
it might change.
a dexterity check is what initiative is.
Clearly haven't added dexterity save. No, that's
No, just
Well,
a
I got-
dexterity roll.
I got
I
a
see the wrong one.
5.
the same, right?
Wait, my dex as
Mm.
a wolf would be different.
I'll just throw the other one as well.
Yeah, so I would have got a 6.
Oh,
That is the
'Cause-
same.
No, it's not. I was +1. I get
Okay.
a +1 for Jin. It's
Oh no.
a +2 for the
Why
wolf.
why am I save different to my other ones? Anyway,
Because you probably have proficiency in the save. Just click on where it says dexterity on your character sheet.
I did.
Oh, okay.
So the dex save would be a 9. 6 plus 3. Yeah. Yep. So okay. So you on based on the dexterity and not the dex save,
Mhm.
even accounting it as a +3. So you don't quite make it to him in time. And just before you get there, he slams the scroll down on the ground, and a big blood red circle appears below him, and then it comes out and it appears in the floor in front of him. And the next thing you hear is a big, low roar, followed by a big orange arm reaching up from the circle onto the concrete beside it and pulling itself up.
Like how big of a okay.
About that big.
About that big.
About that big.
oh look, Rashang.
Okay.
His ginger cousin,
Uh,
maybe.
Is that like an orangutan or something? Does my
The
character
fanatic
know what
looks
an
at the big orange demon in front of him and goes, "Help me escape, quickly!" Now I'll get you to roll your initiative.
Do I remember how? That's the question.
Would you like us guys who are on the previous
You
map to
guys-
roll as well?
Not just yet.
Wow.
Currently one turn out.
Not rolling well.
I never roll well. That's my problem.
Also, my menu's gone.
Where'd it go?
Do you want us to roll initiative anyway to get us in the order?
Not just yet.
I mean, if memory serves, it took us a few rounds to actually even get here. So you guys are going to be like way away.
Yeah. And I've got lower movement too, so that's not helping.
We have higher movement than what regular people do.
I have regular movement.
Oh, I didn't clear that.
Yeah, but as a wolf, I have 50 feet, and I'm pretty sure Capiche has, I think, 35?
I think I have
Yeah, plus the
35 by
monk.
default. Plus the
It was
Oh,
up to
sorry, I
100.
forgot
I-
how
I
roll
think
20
It'd be
worked.
30 as default, plus 5 for monk.
I'll just get
40,
you to
35 was
re-roll
the
that
default.
initiative, guys, because I forgot how roll 20 worked.
Wow, that's even worse. You wouldn't believe it, but it's worse.
I'm willing to give you your first roll because that was a error on my end.
Does it change
no,
anything?
No, I don't think so.
Probably won't make much difference. But we still get, we still get a turn every round. So don't always have to go first. Level am I? 3.
My thing didn't show up on the tracker. I'll see if this works. Did it do better? That did better. But just put it as the 3 if you want to change it. I did not have my token selected when I rolled initiative, so it didn't do it properly. Oh, so I guess he's just fully pieced out then. We don't get a chance to try to stop him.
Well, I don't know. His initiative's pretty low, so
So
how come
the
orangutan's
orange monkey
gone there?
man hears the call of the
okay.
cultist, turns around, claps his hands together, and touches the shoulder. And as soon as he touches the cultist, he disappears.
Boo.
Oh, he's in a
Okay.
Pokeball.
Guess we're catching this.
Then the
Can
orange.
can
Then
we
the
a-
orange.
can we ascertain whether or not he teleported or if he turned invisible?
You just saw him vanish. Now the big demonic monkey turns around, looks at you, growls, a bit of drool dropping from his jaw. It's now Jin's turn.
All right. Well,
How is it not my turn?
I don't know.
Did I...
Ask
Oh no,
ask
it should
the
have been
ask the
Capacious.
DM.
Sorry, my bad. Don't know why that did. Capacious turn first. Sorry.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm trying to add my macros back onto my character. They're gone. I. Give me one. All right. I'm going to. I move around it. I'm still engaged, right?
As long as you don't leave
Yes.
its melee
No,
range,
if I
you
go
should be
over
fine.
here, for example.
Yep, that's fine. As long
Fine?
as long as you don't step away from it.
Cool. Well, I go over there, and I attack it. Hang on, sorry.
Oops, sorry.
I know Chase is making fun of us
Sorry.
all the way back
Sorry,
there.
not sorry.
I thought
It's okay. We
should
can't.
be
We can't hear it back there.
Sorry.
Just
What a-
you just hear Chase in the background. You suck.
Look, I better read my spells just in case. Okay, ignore me.
Okay, DC 13.
um,
Yeah, I should have.
all right. Anyway, I'm just going to attack it.
Yep.
As a start. Oh, hang on. I got an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Let me just do that again. Since it didn't let me choose whether I was attacking with advantage or not. I have to work out how to turn that on. 19 hit.
19 does hit.
And I would like to use my Hungry Jaws ability.
Yep.
And bite it.
I love the wording for that.
Yep, 24 hits.
And I think that's all I can do because that's my action, my bonus action, and I moved. So that's it.
Okay. Right. Now Jin's turn.
Alrighty, well, I'm not going to do anything terribly fancy. I'm just going to attack with a bite. Yeah, just I'm going to do the big bite. And I have advantage, I'm assuming, because I think I've also got pack tactics, which would give me it anyways.
You would have anyway because you're on the opposite side.
Well, that doesn't really fucking matter, does it? Because I got a 10.
Nope.
I bite.
You go
nothing.
out and you try to bite its arm, but it pulls it away just in the nick of time. You don't land that hit.
God damn.
Look, he's all bark, no bite.
Badum ching. and yeah, that does it. Unless I can use my direwolf's keen hearing and smelling to see if I can still smell / and or hear Mr. Cultist that disappeared or went invisible.
Passively, no, you do not. You're a bit-
Actively then?
got a bit disgusted by the smell of the demon that's right in front of your face, but you don't sense him near you.
Okay.
All right, so on the side, you hear a yell from behind you. Demon, sound the alarm! And you notice that one of the guards has actually come over from the stall. And then it's a short second after, you hear the sound of a gong sound off, and it's loud, like really loud.
Oh, is that a gong?
He's
Is it?
gonna use. Yeah, I couldn't find a good picture, so I quickly drew one in.
I thought they brought the table with him.
Where was he? There. Whoop.
Sorry, did we hear laughter? Did you say?
No, you don't. You didn't hear laughter. You heard this. You heard the sound of a gong or a cymbal sound out, and it was really loud.
Okay.
And this guy rounds out here. That's as far as he'll get. Okay, so that's the end of the round. You hear a bunch of screaming and panic from behind, and all of these people gotta make a run for it. Okay.
Just so you know, this part here is revealed for us.
Yeah, that's fine. They're in the building.
Also, do we hear it where we are?
Yep.
Cool.
You
okay.
you guys hear it, and as you're running down the streets, you start to hear the sound of all these doors just click, click, clunk, clunk, and all these locks just sounding off. And then you also notice that some of the doors on the buildings actually disappear and become solid walls.
Cool.
That's the end of that round.
I mean, I don't know shit. I got a face full of monkey.
Actually, actually, Jin, you being direwolf form, you swear that you hear the sound of a faint howl. A little ways off, but that's all. You think you hear it. You're not 100% certain.
I take note of that.
What are you gonna do? If you like. Cultist is going to. Yep, let's try that. Okay. Top of the round. Balgara turns to look at. Let's see.
We know his name now.
Yep.
Well, we know he's creature type.
16. He turns to look at Capiche, seeing as you're the one who actually dealt some damage to him.
Yeah, fair enough.
He roars and yells, and he makes out to bite you on the shoulder.
Okay.
It's all round.
19 to hit.
Yep.
You take 11 damage.
Ouch.
And as he steps back, he takes 2 swings with his massive fists towards you as well.
Okay. Hang on. I think I have reactions for this. I don't know what they are.
Just a melee. It's a melee attack.
Oh, okay.
If that makes it easier for you.
I don't think it matters. I think mostly it's only if someone throws something at me.
So first is a 14, and the second is a 26.
Well, obviously a 26
he's throwing punches at you.
Yep. Can I
Throwing
use
hand.
deflect missiles on his huge fists?
Read that ability for me. I'm gonna say no based on the name of it.
I mean, he's throwing hands. What do you want?
Yeah.
So no, they are not a missile or a ranged attack.
Well,
I don't know. They're
26
pretty
hits.
big guns. I'd count those as missiles, not bullets.
So 14 hit.
No.
No.
But a 26 does.
So 13 damage as the top. He swings high and you duck underneath it, but then he just comes with an uppercut from the other arm and lands you square in the chest area, knocking the wind
looking-
out.
Feeling like hot shit. Not in a good way.
Right.
Feeling
That's the
like
end of
shit
his
that's been in the
turn.
sun too long. All right. Okay.
Are we boosting there or?
Yep.
I'd be using
You guys
-W.
are coming in next turn, so if you want to make some plans, go for it.
All right. In that case, it's my turn now. I attack him with my short sword.
All right. Rolling with advantage, mind you, because you are flanking.
True enough. I mean, that surely a 24 hits.
Yeah, but you might crit.
Yeah, 24 does hit.
True enough. True enough. It used to come up with a little menu. It's like rolling with advantage ? And now it's not doing that. So.
You might have to
Yeah,
go into your
it might be because it's a different campaign. I haven't done all the settings stuff that Chase
go
has done
into
for his.
in your character sheet in the cog where it's got core, bio, and spells.
Yeah.
Roll query. Go to query advantage.
Where is it?
But when you go into that cog, it's the top left.
Yeah.
And if you go query advantage, anytime you roll, it will come up with a little
damage.
sub menu saying, "Would you like to roll normal,
Anyway.
advantage, or disadvantage?"
I can't see that as an option. I'll come back to it. Okay, and I'm gonna use key point. I'm gonna use flurry of blows.
Yep.
No, I can't remember. Did we decide this one? Oh no, that's right. As a lizard man, my unarmed strike is my bite, so I can use that.
Yeah.
I think we decided that was okay. How's that go?
That'll hit.
Both of them?
Yep, both of them will. Not 23 and 19. That'll do it.
So
6 and 7.
I've got. Whenever I hit a creature, I'll just put it in the chat. And I want to knock it prone.
Open hand technique when you hit a creature. Dex save prone or strength save push. Okay, so you want to knock it prone, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
What does that have to compare to? Does it compare to my
It's
dexterity?
what your spell save DC is, so it would be your wisdom modifier. So it's I think it's 8 plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
If you're lucky, it should just be on your casting page.
It's not, because I have no ability.
Wisdom spell save DC is 13.
Are you looking at mine or his? Because you just I think you just switched to my page.
No, sorry, his. Yeah, that's your page. Capiche.
Get your hands off my page, boy.
Ah, not there. Okay.
Again, like I said, pretty sure it's 8 plus proficiency, so 2 plus whatever your wisdom modifier is.
Okay, 14.
Another
12. 12.
Isn't it 14? No, yeah, 12. You're right.
8, 10, 2. Yep, 12.
Yep.
Okay, 12
That can
dex
also
save.
count.
9. Nope. So he
Boy,
falls flat.
Take that.
You bite him in the ankle and he falls flat on his back. He is now prone.
I say a curse word in lizard folkies, and blood drips from my mouth. And you're like, some of it my blood, some of it his blood, I assume.
Right.
Assuming
End
he
of your
has
zone?
blood. Yep, that's it.
Alright. Jin, you're up.
Well, I'm going to see if I can actually do a thing again, so I'm going to go with the Chompy Chomps. 14 to hit.
Don't forget you've got advantage.
Oh, yes, I do, right. I only rolled it as a normal roll because I am stupid. 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Fuck.
Even while he's lying down, you go to take a few bites out of him, and he puts his arm up and just keeps you back,
You
just
wanna
out of
send-
reach.
You want to send some of those good rolls this way, Kapish?
Isn't that like triple advantage?
I am
It's not triple advantage.
I am not feeling very well, so you'll have all the rolls soon, I expect.
I mean, I literally just rolled 2 9s in a row. I think I would just roll the 9 again if I had to roll again.
Okay, guard runs
Please.
down.
Okay, God.
Yeah, guard comes down. He pulls out a spear and just attempts to hit him in the side of the ribs. 10, and the guard completely misses. He's shaking a little bit. He's looking really nervous. He's not probably used to something like this happening. Hold on. Move that there for a second. This guy comes down. All right. Let's get the rest of you on the board.
Oh, shit.
Please, somebody do something. The lizard's about to die and the wolf can't do anything.
All right. Roll your initiative, guys. I'll roll for
Remember to select your token before you do, otherwise it
2
doesn't work, because I kept
absentees.
fucking that up.
Yeah.
There you go, there's a good roll.
God damn it! Everybody roll good but me!
I just critted on my initiative.
I am the Will Wheaton of this
You
campaign.
wasted it.
No, none of that here.
Alright.
Okay, 22, 13, 11.
Yeah.
Yep. And while we're at it,
Nice. Alright. Added my macro.
these two round the corner.
Brother!
Sister?
Question mark?
All right. All right, Phil, you're up.
I guess I'll take my full range of movement of 50 feet and get to somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, so it pretty much gets me there.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Wait. Can you
That's-
bonus action dash yet?
You should be able to.
Everyone
Yeah, I
dash
can.
action dash.
Yeah, so you would have
No, not
it'd
everyone.
be movement, bonus action, so you can still have an action.
Yep.
Because rogue.
Oh,
yeah.
right, okay.
Oh, cool. I guess I'll.
Pretty sure, isn't it like a level 1 ability?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think.
I
So,
think it's a second level.
please say I've still got an action, so I can still move in there, can't I?
Yes.
You can move closer, or you can.
Yeah.
Guess I'll go another 25 feet up.
So it was action, bonus action, and movement, all movement.
Yep.
Fucking
That's
Alright.
as much as I can do.
rogues, man. Fucking rogues, ruin everything.
All right. Bulgar's turn.
It's only because he's a tiny rogue.
Do what to do.
Oh yeah, this is the other thing I've been doing.
It looks like a tugboat. Is that what it is?
It is a little thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a little 3D benchy.
Oh, did you 3D print it or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
D100, 31 or higher to succeed. No. Okay.
I like that you're
Uh,
giving us all this insight into what's going on.
Yeah, I
No,
feel like
no,
I
I'm
feel
just
like we're about to get nuked.
I for some reason don't have that set to GM only. Monkey Man sees how this is going. He's not looking too happy about it. He claps his hands together and slams the ground. Another portal opens up. And
Is he trying to move away or? Oh, that's worse than what I
Isn't
thought
he?
he was
Isn't
doing.
he lying down on the ground?
I mean, he can slam his hands on the
he'll
ground, lying on the ground.
He's using half his movement to stand up, and he's basically opened up another rift and pulled another demon to help.
Oh, boo.
Oh, so this is how demon babies are made.
The fuck?
Definitely easier than the other way.
Right, that's the end of his
Not
turn.
as fun though.
Capiche, you're up.
I am just barely up. Yes. All right. I think I can only attack the nearest one. That doesn't look too good. How did that go?
Miss. So you take a swing as the Bulgur is getting to its feet, and you just miss. You give him a close shave.
A little bit of red fur.
But yeah, you do miss with that one.
Yep. Okay. In that case, I do nothing else.
Well, you can still.
Okay.
Can't you still bonus action bite or attack?
No, I can only do that once a turn. Once a turn. Once a rest.
Well, that's the bite though. As a monk, you can still bonus action unarmed strike.
I haven't got that yet.
Pretty sure it's
Flurry of
like
blows.
no
Flurry
flurry of
of
blows.
blows
Yeah.
requires.
No, flurry of blows is a
requires a
key
key
thing.
point. I don't think I have a second attack yet.
No, it's not a second attack. As your martial artist thingy, it's you can attack and then as a bonus action still do an unarmed strike. So when you use the attack action
Oh yeah, no,
with
you're
an
right. You're right.
with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon, your turn unarmed strike, blah blah blah.
As a bonus.
You can also
Okay,
make
yep.
an unarmed strike as a bonus action. But
Well, then
I
I
would
do.
assume because your bitey thing was
That's my unarmed strike.
yeah.
22 hits.
That's on my I forget where it is.
Eight, eight,
Where
eight
I got
damage.
the data for the lizard folk from. It's like lizard folk unarmed strike is bite.
All right, Chase, you're up.
Cool. Sweet. Let's see how far we got.
It's only really useful for like really low level, but
No,
Actually,
because
I
when
can
you're
see that.
when you level up as a monk,
he would have actually probably summoned him there because it's anywhere within 60 feet.
so when you level up as a monk, your unarmed strike dice it goes up with
Yeah.
it.
yeah. So like as my unarmed strike dice goes up, I won't need to use bite anymore.
Yeah. No.
Because bite is 1d6 flat.
Yeah, but that's the bite thing is just a racial feat, so
Yeah.
doesn't matter what class you are, it'll always be useful. Plus, you can always say
Sweet.
you
Close.
bite just for flavour.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my action to run up to there, I guess.
Okay.
Can I see Jin and Capiche down there?
Yeah, you would see them without a problem.
You'd
Yeah,
probably
can
see
You would,
Jin.
you would
but
also
they're-
see the two big orange gorillas looking at
Yeah.
you, but
Oh, I can
That-
see it from there. How badly hurt does Capiche look?
Capiche, how badly you look.
I don't know, Capiche, how badly hurt do you look?
I look like. Hang on. Let me find a picture of Vegeta that accurately depicts.
Just after he gets spirit bombed by Goku.
No, there's like this picture where he's like standing there and he's got like one arm hanging down by his side and it's like all blood dripping down him.
Okay.
Like that.
Probably after Raccoon fights him.
Oh, actually, it's more like Goku. There we go.
So I've basically used my
Capiche
action
is looking
to
pretty battered.
run to there. I think that's enough. Yeah, sweet. And I'm going to cast Healing Word at second level. So basically you're running up with my fiddle in hand. And I just start playing it as soon as I get within when I can see the guys down there. And I cast Healing Word, which is a bonus action on Capiche.
When you cast
Cool.
a spell using a spell
So it's
slot
at
higher than
2d4 plus your charisma modifier then?
Yeah, so 2d4 plus 3 healing for Capiche.
Well, you roll that, Zach.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yep, you can.
It's
you
your
can
it's
roll
your
that.
spell.
2d4.
I guess. I thought it was pretty much magically giving them dice, though. You know.
No. That one counts as like you're
giving them
healing
hell.
them with magically soothing words.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Houston very often.
Again, you just hear Chase from the background.
9.
You suck. And Capiche feels better.
Capiche heals for 9 health, and after that, I just put my fiddle back on my on a little string on my belt, and I have my rapier in hand. I'm like, let's fight, monkey. And that's my turn.
All right. All right. Pearl's up.
Now look about halfway to death.
A little bit of blood went back into a wound.
Yeah, it just goes.
All right. So Pearl sees what's going on. She does exactly what she does best. Her eyes glow red. She begins to rage, runs towards the Bulgura and takes a swing. So 9.
Does she have
Okay, she
advantage because of
completely
the?
whiffs it.
Does she have advantage because of the guard behind the monkey?
No, I'd say he'd need to be standing there on the other tile.
Oof.
So
That's
no, she
harsh.
would not get advantage on that one.
And the guard.
But-
It's the guard's fault.
So yeah, she takes a swing and just misses it. She
Shit,
poorly
I've
judged that distance.
I've infected the rest of the team with bad rolls.
Kyle.
Learn how to bake.
Learn how to what?
Learn how to bake.
Bake.
So that we
Play.
can have good. No, bake.
Oh,
how to
right,
bake
because
so
rolls.
we can have good
right.
rolls.
Okay. Context there was not quite getting there with me. I get it now, though.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know, you can bake a roll or a cake. If I learned to bake a
Oh,
roll,
bake.
then my rolls would be better.
I thought it was fake, and then it was. Yeah, no, let's just
Alright.
go there.
So Kyle is gonna walk up and he's gonna cast, let's say, magic missile, 2nd level. So that's 44.
You're just saying that to somebody's actually doing some damage.
No, I'm just.
I'm going to
thinking
cast a
that's
spell
exactly
that won't miss, so
thinking that's
actually
exactly
hits.
what he would do. That's exactly what he would do. 12 for 16 damage.
I think Kyle would probably cast summon Can of Mother.
All right, Jin, you're up.
Okay, well, third time's a charm, am I right, boys? Yeah, let's go bite myself a monkey.
But all we hear is
Yeah, all you hear is. How's a 22
22 hits.
feel? Oh,
That's a
good.
22. That hits.
Excellent. So that's 9 points. And also, because being direwolf, I'll put it in the chat so you can actually see it, must make a, what is it, a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Get back on the floor, you fuck a monkey. But again, because wolf, all you hear is grrr.
I like to imagine that you like look like a direwolf but sound like a Shih Tzu.
DC 13.
Yes.
Yep. So you land the bite and you go to pull him to the ground and it just resists. He's like, you give it a very hefty tug and you try to put him on the floor, but he's just
Damn, I
standing there
tried.
going,
I tried to tug the
"No,
monkey. It didn't work.
No
You
one,
try-
no one
you
laughed.
But no.
I did something! Yay!
Just another day, am I right, fellas?
Yeah, just sitting there playing with my monkey. It's a little bit weird that it's red, but I'm playing with my monkey.
Giving it a hefty tug.
Yep.
And this guy's just panicking and he cannot land a hit. He has
Does he get
no
an
hope.
advantage because of Capiche?
Man,
Um,
we need
actually,
someone
how does-
who's
how does
got
it make you
inspiring
work on
songs.
I mean, he just healed you. Does it not count?
These
He was
guards need
inspired.
guards need inspiration. And a metaphor.
These cards need to choose a better job.
Yeah.
Need to get trained.
I mean, like,
Pretty well trained, hey.
Oh, he would.
they do live in a city that has no.
Okay.
They're in a city
Is
that's
it-
meant to be all against demons and warlocks, but none of them know how to fight a demon.
I feel like they
That's
never
pretty
see
close.
because they're illegal.
Oh,
they
he
never
still
see them.
missed, even with advantage.
God damn.
And second card.
Come on, ring the dinner bell.
Well, it was fun. It was fun playing a druid, but I'll start
missed two.
creating a new character already. I've almost got my wizard beard, so maybe I'll be a wizard next.
I actually had a really good time as a rogue wizard as well the other day. Oh, kitty.
Now these two roll up.
Did you say kitty?
Is that a cat or a dog?
It's a
No,
dog.
it's
Okay, kind of hard to see. I'm
That
pretty
was why
zoomed
when
out.
it showed up, I went, brother.
Oh yeah, no, it is. Cool.
Oh, I went, sisters.
Pack
I'm pretty
tactics
zoomed
gets
out. It looks
advantage.
like a cat.
still a miss.
Fucking Christ!
The city's still
Dad,
standing.
Mom, the demons aren't playing fair.
Sorry, we haven't seen the burial fields yet.
You walk into a town and all the guards are like,
they're all getting ready for a party. They're not planning for this.
Welcome to our town where nothing bad happens. Our
What?
guards are inept.
But yeah, the direwolf runs up, and the halfling cloaked in armor on the top gets off, and they flank the Bulgara towards you guys. 17 does hit. 16 hits as well. So in two fluid motions, blood slathers the concrete, and the monkey is hurt.
This is kind of a not important question, but does demon blood look significantly different to normal blood?
It's let's just say that it's still dark red, but it looks like it's
Possessed.
off. It's a bit sort of rotted, and not.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't
Have
look
you
nice.
have
and
you
it
watched
smells
the
terrible.
Have you watched the Doom movie?
yeah.
It's got like those little black bits of coagulated blood in there. It's like
Oh.
that.
Oh, that sounds
I missed
alright.
out.
And the halfling woman turns to you and she goes, "I'll appreciate all the help we can get. Let's end this."
Why is every halfling's got it?
Oh, nice.
I
That's
think
your
that might
fucking
just be our
correct,
DM.
Yeah, that's just me.
Out of interest, has that one had a turn in combat yet?
No,
No?
it,
Alright,
did, it
well,
did not. It did not get a turn.
I'm going to move out to him and assassinate him with my rapier.
Okay.
So it pretty much just gives me advantage.
Have advantage anyway. You're flanking.
Yeah, that too.
Yep. 20 will hit.
20, so that's 6. Then I get sneak attack damage
Yes,
as
you
well
do.
on it. So,
Curious.
Yeah.
Can I roll a real dice better than I can roll on here?
wait, is that right?
Let's see.
Huh.
Wow.
So, I don't know, 16 damage.
Yep.
And then I can attack with the dagger in my offhand, can't I?
Yes,
yeah,
you can.
but you don't add your dex modifier to it. So you do to the attack, you don't do the damage.
God damn.
Sorry, say that again, sorry.
So when
Yep,
you
so
roll an offhand attack, you still
Yeah.
roll like you roll it as you would a normal attack, but when you do the damage, it's just the weapon damage, not your dex modifier.
So it's not the.
So
Plus
normally,
three.
so normally be no. So you roll it as normal to attack, but when you roll
Alright, so
damage,
that-
instead of being 1d4 plus 4, it would just be 1d4.
So 21 to hit.
Yep.
With
5. Yep.
a 5? No.
If
Right,
that's the
so-
second one, that's 1.
What's that?
So when you attack with 2 weapons, it's normal attack does normal damage plus your modifier damage. When you
Yeah.
attack with your offhand, it doesn't do the modifier damage.
Yeah, so that's just 3 damage then.
Where it would be 1. You rolled a 1.
You
Oh no, you rolled a 3.
no,
Sorry,
rolled-
I'm confused. I keep seeing the +4, thinking it's a +4 to the damage as well.
Getting confused.
Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, no,
You
sorry.
found it?
I keep getting confused. I think you have more dex than what you do.
Yeah, no, I
why-
think that's me done.
Why do you only have 2 decks as a rogue?
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking he has like 18
Uh,
dex, but he doesn't.
Leave it be, guys. All right, their
Hang on.
turn.
What's dexterity? I don't know what statistics are.
I'm assuming Phil's turn's ended.
Yeah, that's me done.
All right.
Oh,
So
dear.
Bolger is gonna. What's he gonna do? So
Run in
this
fear
one's gonna
because we're
turn
mad.
to the guard next to him, and he's gonna take his bite and swings.
Oh boy, apparently my work is an exposure site.
That's not good.
What did you
man.
say?
Apparently my work's an exposure site.
Well, it's a good thing you haven't been there then.
Indeed.
So the Bolger
Indeed.
punches the guard in the stomach, bites him on the shoulder, and he falls to his knee. And just as he's about to get up, he gets 2 hands and hammers him down into the concrete. You hear the sound, quite a few bones breaking, and the guard is not moving.
Get up,
Yeah, for that.
fool.
Medic.
And this one's going to, yeah, he's going to turn and attack the other guard as well.
And I assume use half his movement to get up. Oh no, he didn't fall down. He's still got. You still have the prone marker on him, by the way.
Oh, I do too. Whoops. Get rid of that. Yep. Okay, so this guard also gets punched and bitten, and he's looking extremely hurt. He's not doing very well at all. But he is still alive, just barely. Capiche,
still
you're up.
alive.
Sorry, I was doing a meme. I'm here. I attack.
Do it.
The 19 hit.
It hits.
Nice. I do that many,
5 damage.
and I can do 1 extra hit or chomp, as the case may be.
Yep.
So I do that, like so. Oh, hang on. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
It is more than the last time, so yes.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe they got dynamic armor or something.
All right, you stab the monkey and you bite him near the throat, and he's wheezing and coughing up some blood. He's not in the best shape, but he's still standing for the moment.
Wait. Alright.
Okay, it's your turn.
Momentarily.
I'm standing there. I have my rapier, and I basically just step around Pearl. Where's my little thing? Step around Pearl. Like, move aside, Pearl, and I just lunge at this big old orange monkey with my rapier.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, that's the. Yeah.
19
Oh.
hits.
Is that with advantage? Sorry, I'll roll again.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Still
I did a
hits.
bit better. Alright, damage. 6.
6.
And that's a +2 because to that because of my fighting style is dueling. So that's 8 damage total.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just lunge at this monkey, sink my rapier into him. Yeah, look, I need to start working on bonus actions. That's my turn.
Yep. So after pummeling the guard into the ground, you see an opening and you lunge for it. Blade goes in and comes straight back out, and nice and clean. You
Nice.
clearly did a bit of damage.
You put your rapier in, you put your rapier out, you put your rapier in, and you slash it all about.
Clean strike, no mess. Pearl's going to take a swing with her greatsword. It would be so nice if the other guys were here to play their characters.
Like I said, if you want to do, we could just do it like we do in the other
Really
campaign.
intense.
They were on the sidelines.
Yeah, I ideally would have left them out, but I wasn't too sure how this was going to go.
We'd be fine. If we die, we'd die. What's the worst could happen? Besides dying.
Pearl takes
die.
a massive swing and leaves a massive gash across the torso of the Bulgara in front of her. And that's the end of her turn.
Massive gash. What did I miss?
Pearl landed a
Okay.
hit.
I'll
Turns
bring-
out these aren't demon monkeys, they're prostitute monkeys.
Oh no.
Significantly worse. Death by snoo snoo.
Sorry if my jokes have gotten filthy in lockdown, but I'm not.
You have no idea. You weren't in the Last Wish raid, you have no idea how bad it can get.
And Kyle casts Ray of Frost. Target one creature or object 60. 1d8.
I think the DM's fudging the rolls.
Well,
19
you
and
can see them,
crit?
can't
Yeah, I think he's fudging the roll. 19 and a crit? What?
Yep. So Kyle casts Ray of Frost and hits him, and he starts slowly freezing up as if he's stuck in ice, and then the ice just shatters and it falls in clumps to the ground.
The ice falls in clumps or the monkey falls in clumps?
No, the monkey does. The monkey does. Like shattered ice.
I don't know what you tried to
Descriptions
put
of-
into chat then, Capiche. It's just jumbled words for me.
Oh, I think I clicked on something I shouldn't have clicked on.
Okay.
Jin, you're up.
Right, well, yeah. So, do I think I'm going to have a better time doing this as not monkey? No, I'm just doing the same thing. Give it a bite. It'll eventually work, I swear. Guys, I can do things, honest.
Well, you did land a hit before.
21.
21 hits. Yep.
Yay!
Jack.
You did
So
it.
that's 8 plus the 13 strength saving throw that he's got to make, otherwise he's prone.
I believed in you all along.
Okay. So you bite at you go for the ankle this time instead of the arm, and you heave with all your might, and he loses his balance and falls prone again.
You hear the wolf equivalent of, yeah, bitch, stay down!
That's what you think you say. Everybody else just hears a very happy bark.
Everybody just says, ruff! And the tail wags.
That's the end of that turn. This guard's gonna take a swing with the spear again. And as he goes to swing, you manage to topple the Bulgara over, so he misses once again. And he's out.
I feel like I'm a bigger detriment to this party than the fucking monkeys are.
At least you're like maybe taking some attention.
I would hope so, because considering what the direwolf has and what I have the most health.
Mm-hmm.
The guard captain walks over to an empty spot, seeing an opening, and she's going to take a couple of swings. You're doing good. Let's finish it.
I hiss.
You attack?
No, she misses. She swings both times, but the ape's rolling around on the ground. He's very hard to hit at the moment.
For put of clarity, I did roll a IRL dice. I got rolled a 2. So, you know.
You're on fire tonight.
Yeah, just on fire in all the
Bill,
wrong
you're up.
places.
Bill will take
Yep.
his full movement, get to there,
Actually on fire.
and flash it with the rapier again, I guess.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah. So 20 to hit.
20 hits.
So 3 damage plus the sneak attack. Why does that not work? Damn it, there it is. I'm not. What the fuck?
I mean, I suppose you got to make up for that one.
Hmm.
And you know, I guess I'll just use my dagger again in the offhand.
All right. As the Bulgur rolls, dodging the scimitar, and the dagger swipes from the guard captain, he rolls right into your line of sight, and you just skewer him straight through the head.
Through the
He
head.
is
Stay
out.
the fuck down.
All right, that's the end of combat.
I let
That was
bodies.
bananas.
Wait, can I hide now?
Under the
Can you
monkey?
hide?
I'm hiding.
I'd
Where?
like to run up as fast as I can to you guys, just so I sort of stay
In plain sight.
in eyesight of you guys, because you guys ran off.
I walk over to Capiche and revert back to Yanti form, and I'm cast Cure Wounds on him
Yeah.
at level 1. That's 11 points of healing.
Ah. Okay. The guard captain sees you shapeshift in front of him and goes, "Ah, that explains why I didn't recognize you." Okay.
Hold on, Chief.
She turns and looks at the other guard. Go and check the other man, even though I know he's not going to make it. And he walks over and basically confirms that the other guard has not survived. And then she walks over to the guard and says, "Get some other people down here. We're gonna clear the area, make sure there's nothing else." And he sort of bows and walks
We
away.
tell them about the dead cultist in the other
Is
alleyway.
the guard? It's I assume that it's a female.
Yes.
So Ginger goes, Miss Guard. Excuse me, Miss Guard.
Yes. Thank you all very much for your help. I would like to very much know what the fuck is going on.
Well, there is a potentially invisible cultist somewhere around here. The monkey disappeared him when he summoned him with some sort of magic scroll.
Cultist.
Yes,
She turns to
but
the dial.
I
Turns to
point
the
down.
direwolf. Snow, go find him.
I
And Snow
point
sort
down
of
to the
starts looking
direction
around
of
here.
where we ran from. Yes, down that way in an alley you will find. How many was there? 3, 4? Dead people and some imps.
Pearl sort of steps forward at this point. She goes, "There are 6 imps and 3 humanoid cultists in the alley, 3 streets back on the left."
Output complete.
I just shake my head like this.
Just out of curiosity, what's what's Pearl's intelligence score? I need to know this.
You don't know.
No, but I want to know this. I just want to know if it's amazing that she remembered it.
The rowboat.
That doesn't mean anything.
So this one here, this guy
Yep.
here, I basically turn to her and I go, "Listen, darling, I think it's best you go get your boss and we have a few words to him."
You got. She looks at you for a moment. She goes, "Darling, oh, no, you're mistaken. I am the boss. I'm guard captain."
You need better
fuck,
guards,
where's the
love.
name gone?
What?
Where'd they go? I'm guard captain Erika Agrech, and I
Can I
control
get
this
that put
area
into
of the
chat,
docks.
please? Because I don't
Yes, you
fucking.
can.
I don't want to try to spell that. All right, let's see how. Oh yeah, no, I was not gonna spell that right. I thought it would start. I thought her last name was gonna start with an
Erica will-
E.
She says, "But Erika's guard captain Erika or Captain Erika is fine."
Guard Captain Erica. You might need to
Yes.
train your guard. They can't hit anything.
Well,
Yes,
unfortunately,
the
you
guards.
got 2 new recruits, which is now 1 new recruit because he clearly wasn't prepared for this, and I can't get any more funding to train them. But
Well, this might do the trick.
Yeah, as sad as this situation is, this might sway things
Yeah,
in my favor.
uplift.
So
Oh, wait, where'd you get the dog from?
there are 6 guard captains in this city, and every one of us has a dire wolf as a pup. We train them from when they're born, and they become a loyal companion.
I want one.
Please tell
Snow
me you
sort
don't
of
look at me
comes
when you
back.
say that.
You
Phil,
know I
Phil's,
did.
Phil,
You
Phil's
know I
making a
did.
mental note of the saddle that's on the direwolf. The direwolf comes back to Captain Erica and has its tail sort of between its legs. It looks quite disappointed in itself. It doesn't seem like it found where the cultists disappeared to.
I want to
I'm
walk
going
up
to
to the.
minor illusion of a ball for the dog to play with.
I want to walk up to the dog and just like slowly walk towards it with my hand outstretched as if to pat it, to sort of just give it the. It is okay. The magics
me an
make it
animal-
hard to. Okay.
Roll me an animal handling
The
check.
magics make it hard to find these things. Animal handling. That one. Do I have
Yeah.
advantage because druid?
No,
No. Okay.
unless you're proficient.
14.
14.
How
You
many
could probably
fingers
get
do I
advantage
lose?
if you were currently a wolf.
No, not anymore. I changed back so I
So
could heal you.
Snow sort of snarls and growls at you a little bit, and just as you sort of hesitate and you're thinking about
Oh, I ain't hesitating. I'm
removing
still
your
going
hand
for
before
it.
you lose it, it sort of calms down a little bit and doesn't see you as a threat.
Is it a girl or a boy?
Snow is a girl,
Okay. As I'm patting, it's like,
and the
it is okay,
guard
girl.
captain sort of looks at you. I'd advise you not to get too close. Most people would get a nip and maybe lose a finger.
Perhaps she smells kindred spirit.
Maybe.
I walk
Uh,
up to Erica. I say, Erica, excuse me for my rudeness. It seems this city is quite progressive. Listen, is this a common occurrence here? Like, how often does this sort of thing happen?
This sort of thing doesn't happen very often. Well, not anymore. Usually the city's guard is a lot more capable than this. But at the moment, we have a bunch of new recruits, and well, they have to learn the hard way, unfortunately. Some end up going to rural areas. Others do their time in the city patrolling the streets.
I tap Chase on the shoulder and whisper in his ear. Should we tell her about Captain Haggard's chest where these rats, imps, came from so they can investigate further?
I sort of look behind and give him like an awkward sort of look, as in like, maybe not just yet.
Well, not to incriminate them, but to maybe give them a place to start an investigation. It was a mysterious crate that they do not know origin for.
This is true.
Is there something you would like to share?
A private
She's sort of
conversation,
standing
please
behind
wait.
Chase, looking at you.
Private conversation, we will get to you in a moment.
Like an information for bargain, perhaps. Sorry, information for information. I mean, we don't know a lot about what's happening here, and maybe if we can help them, they might help us and make our journey a little easier.
Yes, well, from what I remember about the city, it is always handy having guards in the good books. But judging with current situation, I don't think they have much information that we need. But it would definitely be more quid pro quo. We help them, so later they can help us.
Grease the wheels. I gotcha.
Yes.
So I turn back to Erica, and listen, Erica. Look, we're sort of on a mission ourselves, sort of thing, banging around the city. We've got to leave fairly shortly, but what we could gather from when we came here, there is the possibility that we know where maybe a few of these imps have come from. We saw them a couple of days ago, and we were trying to chase and find out what they were. And this is what's pretty much led us to here now.
And where did you find them?
Down near the docks. That's when we first saw these demons.
A
Or at least we
little
thought it was.
A better description would be nice. The docks are rather large, as you can tell.
Oh, you don't know where the docks? It's down by the water, where the boats come in.
She looks at you with a very plain face and
Oh, that was not your meaning. Sorry, you other races. Metaphors.
I basically turn to her and say, "Look, we mean well, and how can I word this? Look, we have certain information that we could let you know, but we would like your help. If you can help us, we would like to help you."
oh, don't worry, you'll be some help. Because I
I-
need to know exactly
I-
where you found them.
I do not like the implication you just made there.
Phil's
Oh,
just
no
politely
implication.
Phil's just politely sneaking off to the back and just getting ready to run.
Is she being genuine? Like,
You can roll an insight check.
sure.
8.
Can I help him with the inside check?
Yeah, you can make one as well if you like.
Okay. Insight.
Seeing as you two are doing all the talking.
Fuck me sideways.
Okay, you guys get the sense that she's being genuine, but because she's also part of the city guard, she's also being strict, and she's how can I word this? You, based on your understanding, she would probably be following procedure, asking you exactly where you saw these.
Yeah.
And that if you were withholding information, it would be pretty bad.
I do a whole sidebar thing, like arm around Jason's shoulder, turn away again. It's like, maybe we just tell her where to start looking. Not exactly all information, but enough to get us in better favor with her. We at least tell them. We at least tell them to go talk to Hegard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe try to get her to rough up Jim a little bit, because that would be funny.
I sort of chuckle. Pretty loyal to Haggard, I would say.
Yes, not to incriminate him, just to get the investigation in motion, so they can try to track down where this package came from.
True that.
Because from what Haggard and Jim said, they did not have information of where it came from or where it was going. They just knew somebody was meant to come pick it up.
That's true. The city guards will probably get a bit further than we do, and we've got somewhere to be. So yeah, I basically turned to Erica. I'm like, "Listen, Erica, the place that we saw this imp was in a warehouse. We investigated it ourselves, and it seemed to have come out of a crate. Now, we believe that the crate came on one of the ships that's pulled in the recent a few of the recent days that have just passed. And look, we've done to try to investigate ourselves, but we've pretty much reached a dead end. All we know is basically where the crate has come from, and all we know that someone was meant to pick it up, and it wasn't picked up, and that's when we found it empty, and tracked the imps and stuff like that."
Okay, so you tell her all that, and she looks at you, and her facial expression changes a little bit, but it's still quite stern looking. She goes, "You're telling me someone is smuggling demons into the city? Which warehouse?"
To be more accurate, somebody is ordering demons for the city.
Yes. Do you know anyone in the city that would want to order a demon?
Not like Uber Eats, but demons.
Yeah, Uber demons. Yes.
This is not a joke. No one brings in demons into this city. Which warehouse? She's getting a bit stern now.
That's when I suppose I jump in and say, okay, let me be perfectly honest with you. The warehouse, and I tell her, I'd say, it's like, the man you are looking for is Captain Haggard. From what we have gathered, they are not responsible for the demons being brought into the city, for they did not know what they were bringing. So, when you go investigate, please be courteous to them. They are just doing business as you are. What I will ask of you, though, as you are investigating, and I write down, like on a little piece of paper, the address of the Silverfang house,
Yeah.
and I hand it over to her and I say, would you please, all information pertaining to investigation, please deliver it to this household so that when we come back from our next job, we can assist in the investigation further.
You go to give her the piece of paper, and she looks at it and she goes, "Oh no, you can hold on to that. Captain Haggard, Iron Feather Trading Company, right?"
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she turns around.
I
She
don't
takes a few
remember
steps
that.
back to look. She takes a look at a few of the guards. You two, Iron Feather Trading Company warehouse. Lock it down now. And these two walk off.
I'm gonna go take care of them.
Who said that?
And no, I won't be needing that piece of paper because you guys will be coming with me to the guardhouse. I have a few more questions, and I need to clear you before you can leave anything to do. Or I need to clear you before you can do anything or leave to go anywhere. Now, I'm asking you to come peacefully. You've proven yourself no ally to these demons, and I've taken that into account. But I still need to follow these procedures.
I'm assuming I'm not hidden, am I?
I don't know. Did you roll stealth?
I did ages ago.
Oh, is that the 11?
I think it was, yeah.
Capiche wonders,
So
will there be lunch?
Does he ask
she
if there
doesn't.
will be lunch?
She doesn't even look at you.
That's my
She goes,
sentence.
"Are you
out
coming
loud.
peacefully or not?"
I'll
What are we
come
doing,
if
guys?
there's. I'll come if there's
Yeah.
lunch.
I'm like, we'll go if there's lunch.
Lunch sounds good. Where are we going, boys?
Listen, Erica, we've all been very hungry and we've been chasing these demons for the past couple of days without even eating. We're a little hungry and we don't mind answering as many questions as answering as many questions as we can. But
Especially since
as
we just
my
killed 2 demons for you.
yeah, my comrade here is starving. We just like some lunch. Will there be lunch?
He goes, "Roll a persuasion check."
Deception
Do
check.
Oh no, if he's actually wanting lunch, it's persuasion.
Well, he's pretty
Voice.
persuasive.
Okay. The guardhouse is this way. Come, and a few of the guards sort of step behind you, and the wolf steps to one side, Erica steps to the other, and another guard takes the lead, and they lead you back to the warehouse, to the guardhouse. I'm assuming you're going peacefully.
Peace, we can bring one of these demons with us to eat if you want.
If there's lunch, we're going peacefully.
You get
have they said there will be
Okay.
lunch?
Okay. So she leads you down a couple of streets and along the main road, and you end up arriving at the guardhouse.
How many
you sort of
restaurants
walk
do we
in.
walk past?
You walk past a few fish markets and a couple of bakeries, but no real fine dining is to be found in the docks area.
So it's like every time we walk past a bakery, we just try to walk in to try to get lunch.
And the guards do not let you. At one point, Snow even comes up and growls at you to keep in line. You make
Oh,
it back
you're-
to the guardhouse and you
adorable
step
little
in,
pooch.
and it's very well kept. There's a desk to the right, a sort of bigger waiting area to the left. It goes down a corridor, and then to the right you see a heap of jail cells. But to the left is also another empty room with a table and chairs in it. And she takes you in there instead. And she goes, "You're not under arrest at this point, so I'll ask you to wait patiently here. I will call you one at a time for for an interview. You can make a statement, and then I'll judge based on your evidence how to proceed."
My minor
she-
illusion of Pinocchio knows on her, so every time she talks, it just keeps getting longer and longer.
Every time you think to yourself that she's lying, it gets longer.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of magic check.
Yeah.
Currently
Hello?
rolling perception, seeing if she
Nope.
noticed.
You go to make a gesture and start to cast the spell, and she sees it, immediately grabs your hand, and throws you into one of the cells instead of the waiting room. Shuts the door behind it.
Oh, come on, it was just a prank.
It's
I'll
bro.
ask
It's just a
the,
prank.
I'll ask the rest of you to kindly take a seat.
In the
and I will
waiting room,
hold
in
you
the
I just wanna-
cells.
time.
Did she agree that there would be lunch? Because
She
that
said
was a condition
nothing.
of our coming down there. Like,
This-
if
so-
she can't just lead it. Like, if she's like come to the guardhouse, and we're like, "Is there lunch?"
Come to
and
the
she says
guardhouse. We
nothing,
have cookies.
like she can lead wherever she wants, but obviously we're not going to go there.
I
You've
mean-
gone there at this point,
I
so
mean,
you can
she-
either
Well,
take
no,
a seat.
no,
You can sit down at the table.
Yeah,
or
well, no,
you
no.
can
To
wait
be
in the jail cell.
to be fair, Capiche's stipulation was, "Will there be lunch?" That's the only reason I'm going. So if she didn't say anything, he would still be back there with the demons.
I'm still back there in the alleyway. I didn't go with them.
Then you probably would have got
Alright.
forced to.
Or when I assumed there was lunch.
So roll me a strength check, buddy.
Like, if like this is the thing. If we've gone with them, that's under the assumption that there will be lunch.
No, she was asking you to either come nicely. that is what was happening.
All right.
And I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. She is asking you
Yeah.
to go nicely.
Well, I'm just saying we asked a question. And
Yeah,
and if
like,
she doesn't
yeah,
answer it, I'm going to
She-
act on the information.
She didn't even entertain it.
There you go.
19. Okay, so you resist a guard,
You resist
the
two
other-
guards. The third one gets
and
you.
then the other two step forward. Roll me another strength check. 22. All right. Those two guards, one of them gets knocked to the floor, the other gets pushed up against the wall. This time, Erica steps forward, Snow's at her side. Last chance.
Where are
Come
we?
peacefully. Do you want to
Hold on.
resist one more time?
I want lunch.
I walk up to one of the fallen demons and hack off one of its arms, and throw that to Capiche. There, have your lunch.
Don't these smell really bad?
Well, I don't really want to cut off the human's arm.
Who's got fire spells?
I have produced flame. I can cook it. I'll put a little flame in my hand and I'll cook it a little bit for you. Sear the edges. It's
Right.
a bit of a
I'll
blue
accept.
steak looking thing, but it's
I'll
cooked.
accept that. What are my chances of getting sick from eating demon flesh?
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
I want to be clear. I want to be clear. I am eating it,
Oh, I figured.
but I just want to know for later.
How about this? Roll a Constitution saving throw. If you get below a 10, you get the poison status. If you get below a 15, you have a
I
tummy
would have
ache.
thought I'd get cursed or something.
Nope.
Yeah, you're cursed.
You
You
take a-
cursed.
you take a single bite and then you start throwing up.
I want to be clear.
You
I'm
literally
throwing
fall,
up
fall to
on
the
the-
ground on your hands
the
and
nearest
knees and
guard.
start throwing up uncontrollably. You also take 4 damage.
All right, but that means the guards have to drag me.
And they do.
Right.
They drag you back to the to the guardhouse. The exact same thing plays out, except
Sorry.
Capiche and Phil are in a jail cell. Capiche was in there first, and Phil's in the one next to him.
Is anybody looking at my guard, like my cell room?
There's probably guards stationed outside it
Erica
now.
points to Erica points to the table and chairs in the waiting room. She goes, "Please take a seat." She's clearly at her wit's end with this, and she's asking, as nice as she can, while still.
Didn't hear that,
being-
Chase. What'd you say?
Can you tell me when I
Can't
get
hear
my
you.
strength back?
Oh,
by the
I
way?
think he's on mute.
Jason- Oh, the mute.
No.
I can't shout. I can't shout.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yep.
you now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I walk in there and I put my feet up on the table. I sit down and I just smile at her. After she said, please sit down, I said, please bring lunch.
And I sit down next to Chase.
Okay.
And I'm sort of just sitting there all chill sort of thing.
There's 2 guards in the hallway, one standing next to the waiting room, one standing next to the doors that go to the jail cells. The other guard ducks out, and Erica disappears to her office. A little time passes. One of the guards comes back, throws half a bread roll to Capiche, or a quarter of a bread roll to Capiche, a quarter to Phil, and then puts some pastries on the waiting room table.
Strong as the door.
How,
Is,
how many
is it iron?
how many pastries did he put down in front of Chase and I?
You would assume there's 6.
There's 6.
So there'd be 1 for each of you.
I grab 2 of them and walk over to the jail cell and hand one to Phil and one to Capiche. And then walk
The
back
guard
in and
watches
sit
you
down.
do it, but he doesn't step forward.
Jen.
I say,
You-
"Are you gonna eat that?"
You're welcome, my friends. And then I sit back down and grab my own pastry and have a nibble.
I'm
Probably
moody
still
about
throwing
the
up.
moody about the cage, but I'll focus on the food.
Can I jokingly put bunny ears on the guard with minor illusion?
No.
Really asking for trouble.
Your hands are currently cuffed, and you're unable to actually make any movements.
Am I cuffed?
And funnily enough, you can't actually make any sound while you're within the jail cell.
Good,
My
we don't
cup?
have to listen to Capiche throw up.
Beach can't make any sound either. He's only just realizing this.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's
he
got
also
a
asked you,
engine.
is Capiche cuffed?
Yes, you're both cuffed because you're
okay.
both in the jail cells. The only 2 people who aren't cuffed are Chase and Jin.
Can I access my thieves tools and let myself out?
You are
No.
cuffed.
No.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean he
Well-
can't use a bag.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
true.
was
You probably got it
Alright.
taken off
it was
you. You're in
removed. It was
jail.
removed once you were put in the cell. You're in there, buddy.
I just can't take a joke, these guys.
How long were we in the room, the waiting room for?
About 15 or so minutes pass, and then Erica.
Okay, while
comes out.
we're waiting,
Yep.
I would like to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Do you try to hide the fact, or do you just?
It's
Start.
verbal and somatic, so I'm just sitting there muttering to myself, waving hand gestures. I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to hide it. I'm just sort of sitting there. Also, I guess
Okay,
it's
so-
because it's from a ritual book too, so I've got the book out as I'm doing it.
One of the guards sort of looks at you as you start to do that, and he goes, "Please don't do that here."
Is there a problem?
Well, the guard sort of looks at you and he goes, "I'm not sure what you're attempting to do, and while you are not under arrest, you are." He's sort of he's sort of struggling. You can gather that this guy is one of the new recruits. He's like, "I'd really appreciate it if you don't."
Let me just put it this way, my friend. I am just trying to see if there's any magical surveillance around. Also, the fact that I cannot hear my friends in that cage over there, it is a little bit disconcerting. Just trying to get my... what's the best way to put it? Just trying to scope out the situation, seeing what is.
The guy goes, "I can answer some of those questions. Yes, the cells are magically, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for?
Enchanted?
They magically enchanted, and there are barriers within, within this guard post." He's like, "So there are magical protections in place, and once again, I would ask you not to continue casting that."
Okay, well, why don't we just you tell me then what precisely is these magics that are around, and then I won't need to cast it.
The guard sort of looks at you for a minute. He goes, I can't get into the specifics, but the cells are designed to hold both people who are physically strong and practitioners of magic.
Have you got
So
food or-
he's not telling you what the spells are, but he's telling you the purposes of the jail cells.
Checks out.
Yes, this would be good enough. As he says that, I give just like a quizzical look towards the thing and just close my book and sit peacefully, I suppose.
Okay.
Sort of just still kicking my feet on the desk and just sort of hanging back a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen here, mate. Like, this is clearly your first day. Why don't you be
First
a
week,
good lad?
actually.
First week. Oh, look at you. You got your big boy pants on and everything. How about
Yes,
you duck off and go and
once
get
he-
Erica for us?
once he makes a month, maybe we will learn his name.
He sort of hears you talk, but then he just goes back to ignoring you. 15 minutes or so pass, and then Erica steps forward and she goes, "Thank you for patiently waiting. Hope the food was appreciated." And then she looks at Capiche, and then she looks back to you guys. "Chase, would you mind?" And she points to a room down the hall.
Did Chase or anybody actually give their name?
No, actually. So
Okay.
she'll. Oh no, hang on. Did you guys? I can't remember if you did or didn't.
I would imagine
Yeah.
the only one that would possibly know that would have
I
their
think,
name known would probably be me.
I thought it was.
Yeah, because you said the silver fang thing.
Yeah. Well, she didn't take the thing. She didn't take the
Yeah,
piece of
she
paper.
looked at it,
so
but she didn't take it. So she points to. Sorry, she'll point to Chase and she goes, "Do you mind coming down for your interview?"
um,
No, of course not. So just a question for the DM. Have we still got all of our stuff on us?
Yes, you do.
I imagine
Cool.
we do the ones in the jail, so I probably don't.
Yeah. So the guys who were thrown in jail essentially had most of their stuff removed and set aside. So all of their stuff is still theirs. It's just currently in a locker.
They're in
can
their
I
underwear.
can I try and break my shackles?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is that a strength check?
Yep. You start to resist and you stretch and you put as much pressure as you can, and when you think it's about to suddenly start moving, you feel a shock run through your body. You take 4 lightning damage.
4 damage? That's bullshit. This is police brutality.
Capiche is gonna die in that cell. Man, it's a good thing I healed you.
This is police brutality.
Is
To
there
be
any way for me
fair,
to hide
you
in the
resisted the first one.
cell? Is there any way for
Anyway.
me to hide in the cell?
No, it is
behind
just
Capiche.
an empty cell.
I'm
There is a seat, and
So
that's
to
it.
be clear, I got
Oh.
shocked, but did I break out of my shackles?
No, you did not.
Do they look any weaker?
No.
Right, then I go to
You
sleep.
get the feeling that maybe because you put so much effort into it is the reason you were shocked.
I would like to hide behind the chair.
I want to be clear. I'm not smart enough to think that.
So you try again?
Okay.
No, I
Alright.
go to sleep. I can have a short rest.
Ow, shocky
We'll
bracelets
see.
hurt.
So Chase walks down, goes into a small room. There is a table with a chair on either side. Erica's sitting on one side with a quill and some papers. She goes, "Please have a seat."
Down. Keep my feet up on the desk.
And she
I
just
said, thank you.
so she looks at you and she goes, let's just get the formalities out of the way. Your name, please."
Formalities. First off, thank you for the food. It's a show of good faith, and I really appreciate it as we're here to help. And look, anything I can say or do that's going to help you guys, I really appreciate it. But I'd just like to first say that if I get upstairs and you've hurt any of my friends, then that show of good faith is gone. And look, it's all about trust, these relationships, isn't it?
She listens to you say all that, and then she goes, "Yes, trust is very important. Hence why I asked you to come peacefully. And the 2 people who are currently in their cells chose not to, or
Well,
behaved in a manner that was a
Phil
little
came peacefully.
yeah until he
He was
started
just a
trying to
dick
cast a
about
spell
it.
behind someone's back.
It wasn't behind her back, it was in her face.
So, are they under arrest?
No, she said, as much as it might seem, she said they are only detained at this point. She said no charges have been laid. I simply want to find out what is going on and how to get to the bottom of it as fast as possible, so we don't have anything else like this afternoon happen.
Wonderful. Let me help. My name is Chase.
Okay, so she takes down your character's name. She takes down how long you've been in the city, provided that you tell her.
Yeah. So I tell her, my name is Chitranthus Covington III, and I'm like, just make sure you get that, the third.
And she
Yeah,
does
look,
write it all down.
we've been in the city for 3 days now, couple days.
Yep.
Look, we've had a few nights on the beers, all right? So my mind's a little cloudy. Days get lost. We've been here for a couple days.
Few months.
She goes,
We went on one hell of a bender.
so she gets your name, she gets you the
Woo!
time that you've been within the city is under a week, essentially. She asks where you were prior to that, and you can say, for the sake of it, that you've been working on the ship for the Iron Feather Trading Company for the last 3 months, if
Yeah,
you
I
choose
tell her
to.
that. Yeah, I'm happy to tell her that.
Okay, so she makes a note of that, and she asks when your first interaction was, or where you first found the demons or the imps that you described.
So we found the imps in a warehouse down in the docks, and we went in there, and we found that one of the crates had already been opened, I believe, from the inside. And that's when we started getting attacked by rats that later turned out to be imps.
Okay, so she now she sort of makes a note. She goes, so it was a rat initially, so it had
Yes.
shape changed.
Yes.
Okay, and she makes a note of it. And why was this not reported sooner?
Or because we thought they were rats. So we went into we found this crate, and it'd been busted open from the inside, and a bunch of rats came out and started attacking us and ran off. And that's all we saw of it. And then we started hanging out in the city for about a day, and then we went back because we thought it was weird. And then that's when we found out it was an imp. And then I'm pretty sure we chased it, and that's when we found all these guys in the alley back there, and you know the rest.
Okay, so she makes a note of all that. She goes, so you didn't see any of the rats from the warehouse shape change?
Hmm. Not to my recall.
Okay. She makes a note, and she goes, okay, so you went back, you followed what you thought was one of the rats that had managed to escape initially, and you ran into a bunch of cultists. Have you ever seen them before?
Be right
No, I don't think so.
She makes a note of that. And you gave chase to one of them, which summoned the Bulgara that was in the alley.
By the time I got to the alley, the Bulgara was already there,
Okay.
and your guards can vouch for that.
So she makes a note of all of this, and she goes, okay, thank you very much. She goes, please come with me back to the waiting room. She leads you back there. And as you go to sit down, she goes, next, please. And points towards Jin.
As she turns around, she got a pair of big old jail keys hanging from her waist.
Roll me a perception check. 24. You do not see any jail keys on her.
No.
That's all right. I'm happy.
Okay. Next, please. And she points towards Jin.
Ah, yes. And
If you wouldn't mind.
Yes, of course, of course. And
Leads
follow-
you to the same room. You sit down on the same side. Also brings out a pen and quill and paper. She asks you the exact same questions. She asks for your name, how long you've been in the city, where you were prior, and if you want to, you can just say that you agree to saying it all the same.
Yes, my name
Or
is
you can change
Chasington, whatever the third. Make sure you get the third.
Not the same.
Oh,
you know what I
sorry,
meant.
misunderstood.
Just to sort of speed this up.
Yeah,
unless there's something else you want to add or anything.
I pretty much say the same up until the point where it's describing what happened with the rats in the warehouse. So I basically say it's like when we went into the warehouse, one of the rats escaped into the sewers, and then we followed. What was it? I did write it down. I swear to Christ, I wrote it down. I'm not a stupid. I might be slightly stupid. And then I explained that we followed the rats from the warehouse uh, down into the alley where we saw the cultists. And basically, the only thing that I add to it is that when we cornered the cultist, he in the alley he pulled out a scroll, which summoned the demon, and then the demon disappeared him. That's about the only thing that I add to the story. And then make sure to add to it again, like make sure all investigation reports, a copy of the report goes to the Silver Fang house.
Okay. And this time she takes the piece of paper. If you offered it, do you still offer it when you say that?
I would. Does she ask for it again, or is it just like are you like if I was to hand it to her?
Well, you're saying to the Silverfang household, you can also offer the piece of paper as well as you
Oh
say
no,
that.
as I say, and make sure to send a copy to the Silver Thing House, and I get up and pull out like my quill and just write it on the sheet of paper that she's writing on.
Yeah, she sees that. She sees it and she goes, okay. She goes, thinks it over for a little bit. So, the rats in the warehouse, they were just normal rats when you first saw them?
When we first saw them, I believe they were slightly larger than regular sized rats, but that is not uncommon in the wild. I believe the only thing that was maybe slightly different was, I believe, one of them had, I suppose, red eyes. But when we explained this to, write this down, Jim, he was the warehouse clerk. When we explained it to him, he laughed it off, said it was nothing to worry about. It happens all the time. You might want to ask him questions later.
She sort of writes his name down. She goes, oh, don't worry. I will follow up all of these leads.
If kink is torture.
She says, though, if that's what he said, it is true. Demon occurrences within this city are quite rare nowadays. It doesn't happen very often at all.
Yes, but I would assume.
You saw her write his name down, and she's sort of on a list of leads to follow up. So
Yes, but one would assume that when confronted with information of such nature, in a city where it is, how you say, not welcome for the demonic entities, they maybe take it a little bit more seriously. It is a severe lack of competency on his part.
possibly, but some people also choose to ignore the obvious to try and make it easier to cope.
Well, just
But
remember
that's
when you do talk to this man about it, do not skip the detail of his incompetence got one of your guards killed.
she.
Try as we
This is-
might
Are you
to
trying
avoid
to
said.
persuade or deceive her at this point?
It's not so much a deception, so I guess it's more persuasion. Yeah. Sure, I'll throw a perception, no persuasion check at her. Motherfucker!
God damn, another
I,
round.
I
would
hate.
like to,
I
I'd
hated
like to
it.
She's
leave
sort of-
the room and knock on the door.
She sort of nods and adds a few other notes to the corner of the piece of paper, and hears the knock at the door and turns to look at Chase. Yes?
Yeah, like, oh, Eric, I forgot one important detail.
Go on.
Anyway, the warehouse where we were, there was this guy called Jim, and he ran the whole operation. Anyway, he's the one that let the rat out of the building.
That is, as soon as Chase says that, I say, that is correct. He was the one that opened the door.
Yeah, I turned to Jim like, yeah, remember?
Yes, we had the entire situation locked down, and he opens the door, and the rat runs outside.
Anyway, that was all I wanted to say, and then I walked back into the waiting room.
She sort of didn't pay much attention when you started rambling on about Jim being the leader of the whole operation and that, but when you said that he opened the door, she wrote something down on the piece of paper. You didn't quite see what it was. But
Just
then
out,
she
just out of
shuffled it
cu-
to a blank page.
just
kept
out
on
of
writing the
courtesy's
rest of the
sake,
details.
just out of courtesy's sake, what was the guard's name that unfortunately lost his life in his duty?
The body was pretty badly damaged, and I could not recognize the face. She says.
Well, I would
At this
assume.
point in
God.
time, I don't have those details.
Oh, my condolences, nonetheless. Yes, it is. It is a shame that such a brave man lost his life.
On behalf of the act of somebody so stupid.
Okay.
I just
she-
imagine
she
Phil saying
finishes-
that from the
She
cell.
finishes all that, and she goes, "Thank you very much. Follow me." Leads you back to the waiting room, and you can see Chase sitting there. Please have a seat. This won't
One-
take too long. She
One
goes,
more question before you leave. Where did you procure these lovely pastries from?
she points to a little symbol that's on the bag, and she goes, "The bakery, 3 streets down." She says,
Oh, thank you.
"One of my favorite spots."
Three doors down,
And,
eh?
and smiles. No, 3 streets. To speed this up a bit, she then asks Pearl and Kyle to
Oh,
also
shit,
go.
that's right,
She
they're
has
there,
the
aren't
interview
they?
with them. Yep, I'm just going to speed that up a little bit. And they provide her with some information, and then she comes back and she looks and walks towards the guard that's standing in front of the jail cells. He offers her the keys. Then she unlocks the one on the jail cell for Phil. She goes, "Now, would you please come and answer a few questions?"
I thought
And
they
she
were
says
the
it with a
same
smile.
I'm not getting the cast off.
Can we see her when she's saying that?
Yes.
Do I believe it as a sincere smile or a sinister smile?
Insight check.
Are we about to see a bloodied the bloodied gnome when he comes out? Insight that one. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm
You're
not asking to
honestly
roll
unsure.
anymore.
You from your interactions, she seems genuine, but you also
I
know
look
that
over at her,
she's
then I get
currently-
distracted by the pastry bag again.
currently looking for information, and yeah, you're unsure at this point. So, Phil, do you step forward?
And give him a nod, but he might think it as killer instead of this is protection, so I'm going to hold off.
You
Do I get the cuff removed?
you walk forward and put your hands out.
Hans.
Hans.
What's his Hans Gruber out?
Hans, yes.
Oh, yes.
So you walk forward and present the cuffs.
Yeah.
Okay. She takes the key and unlocks them, and they're removed. She goes, "Now, if you would be so kind."
Of course.
Minor illusion. I'm waiting for you to say that.
So while she walks down the corridor and you follow her, the guard actually follows you.
Oh shit.
But the guard stops when he gets to the door. She then gestures to the seat, and you sit down.
Wait, when the guard's still following me, I turn around and just poke my tongue at him.
He is unfazed. Absolutely
walking.
unfazed.
And I guess I'll take a seat
Y'all about
in
to
the
see some
execution-
medieval police brutality.
in the execution chamber.
No. So she gestures for you to sit down, and you do. She pulls out some new paper and a quill and ink, and she asks you The
Can I
exact
get
same
some more
question.
pastry first? I got a bit hungry after you guys not being able to take a joke, apparently.
You can have your pastry once this interview is over.
Ah, of
Depending on-
course. So here I was.
So
Just starts rattling off his
Okay,
life
so
story.
you provide a very long-winded tale. Do you? I'm just going to sort of go through this a bit quicker. Do you provide your name?
Oh, of course. Well,
Yes.
Bill, but Bill, you know, take a pick.
Bill, it is.
But when we get to the whole warehouse incident,
Yep.
because I think I was.
You were
not there that
outside.
night.
You weren't in there.
Yeah, so I was guarding the door, wasn't I?
Yeah, but you weren't the one
Yeah.
that opened the door.
So
And what
you
happened was, I'm guarding this door one night, and this idiot just zooms past me, knocks me to the ground, and says, "Quickly, go, open the door!" And he just throws the door open. Fucking no idea. All the guy said, "Hold the door closed, make sure it doesn't get opened." And this idiot just runs past me and rips the door open. And I was like,
so
"What the
initially she starts writing and she takes quite detailed notes, but the more you sort of talk, the less she starts to write.
And these schmucks kicked
And
in
then
my
she
door.
starts just picking out key bits and pieces that she thinks is necessary.
And then this fucking rat runs out the bloody door. And other than that, then later on, of course, I rock up to this alleyway, and there's these two giant monkeys there. So rocked up, stabbed one in the head, he died. And I was like, oh well, better kill this other schmuck as well, and stabbed him as well. Fucking problem solved. Then you guys show up, and now I
Phil
get
lives in his
arrested.
own little world where he's the one that does everything.
Yeah, at this point she sort of stopped
That's
writing.
okay,
She's just
schmuck
sitting there
shop.
looking at you. She goes, "Okay, I think I have everything I need." She stands up and she starts. She opens the door. This way, please. And she leads you back
Oh, of course.
to the waiting room, and she gestures for you to sit down at the waiting room where the pastries are sitting on the table.
But any chance does she have anything on her that looks like it could be pickpocketed?
Oh. Roll me a perception check if you want.
I see Bill looking, checking her out, and I just shake his head like this.
I see Chase
14.
shaking his head, and I was like, all right, I won't do it. Think to myself.
Okay.
And I just go take a seat next to the boys.
So yeah, with a 14, you see a small, what you assume would be a coin pouch. You see her sword, and you don't really see anything else of value. The keys are also on the belt, but she's at the point where she's about to pick them up to open the other cell.
Phil goes to grab the coin pouch. He turns around and just looks like he's trying to grab her ass. Like,
I go for the pouch. I just see Chase shaking his head. I'm like, all right, I better not.
Okay.
Got me back in my room, or do I have to? Can I sit out here with the guys?
No, she's pointed towards the table and the pastries, and she goes, "As promised, something to eat."
Excellent. I have one.
Okay, so then she walks over to the last cell and opens it up, and she goes, "I have a few questions. Would you
Is it
mind
me?
answering?"
is
Yeah,
Capiche still
she's looking at
asleep?
you.
I'm still asleep.
She looks to the guard. The guard comes along and he lightly pokes you with the stick to wake you up. Not hard in a harmful way, but just enough to sort of rouse you from your
Mhm.
sleep.
I mean, I probably wake up before he touches me as a monk, but
Okay.
I'm looking at them now. I'm awake.
We've clearly gotten off to a bad start, she says, but orders are orders. Would you mind answering some questions?
Very well. Or the lizard equivalent.
Hiss.
She sort of looks at you and goes, "I'll take that as a yes." She leads you to. She does the exact same thing and leads you to the room with the table and the two chairs, and offers you a seat.
Mhm.
Unlike Phil, you still have your cuffs on, and the guard is still standing at the door.
Okay.
And then she
I
does the
guess
same
I
rundown.
I guess I'll just turn the chair around and lean on the back of it, I guess.
Yep. She doesn't react or see that as anything more than you getting comfortable.
I'm happy to answer any questions, by the way. So
Okay, so
I'm
we'll run
I'm
through
not
the same
secretive at
things,
all. Yep.
and if there's anything else you want to add to it.
I can't think of anything. It's like there's nothing I know that Jin wouldn't know, and my character's not very smart. I mean, obviously that's a bit metagaming, but like,
Yep.
there's nothing I would add that is like really valuable. I don't think. I just
Substance.
repeat it in simple terms, like what's happened. Like I
Yep.
ran, I jumped, I
Found
fought,
rat,
I bit.
turned imp, big monkey.
Yep. So she takes all
Yeah.
that, all of that. You also notice that from some of the papers that are sitting there from the other interviews that Kyle mentioned something about a piece of paper referring to a bait and switch.
Do I
But
notice
apart
that?
from that was something Kyle found on one of the
Yeah.
um
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
but I
just
would.
saying, like I don't think
Yeah,
Capiche would
like
notice that.
Chase and Phil may
Yep.
know that. Jin and Capiche wouldn't.
Yep. Yeah, but she didn't say anything. It's just his passive perception.
I just don't think. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. I just don't think I would notice that because it's not food.
You would probably see it and then immediately disregard it.
Yeah.
Bait.
And then
Hmm.
once she takes
Yeah,
all the
just sees the word bait and it's like, huh?
Yeah, bait.
And switch.
Maybe I remember the word bait. There you go.
Bait sounds like food.
Okay, so she finishes the interview and she goes, "Okay." She says, "That's everything." And she points to the guard, and the guard steps forward and undoes the shackles on your hands, on your
Mhm.
forearm. Sorry.
Mhm.
She goes, "You're welcome to wait in the waiting room with your allies, or comrades, or friends." She's sort of struggling a little bit to figure out what you guys all are. And she goes, "I will be with you shortly."
I
So,
nod silently and I walk out.
We are Chase
Yep.
and the Scaled Wonders. We are a band from the far reaches of the world.
all right. So a little time passes, and the pastries are still there. Some of them are hot, some of them are cold. But not probably another 15 minutes or so, and Erica comes back and she goes, "Thank you very much for cooperating. Um, I'm going to follow up on these leads." She says, "If I need any help or any further questions, I'll be sure to contact you." And she says, "At this point, you are free to leave." So she steps back, and the guards step aside as well. And she goes, "Wait at the front desk for me, if you would be so kind."
That to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so we're free to leave, but we have to wait.
Yep. Yep.
What?
How does that work?
So you're able to walk out to the main room now, and you're essentially ready to go.
But we
And she
have.
turns and she says a few
Okay.
words to the other guards.
Does it look like there's anything of value?
No, based on your role earlier, you still only sort of see the keys and the small coin pouch and the swords. You don't see anything of value per se.
Us standing in the waiting room.
Yep. So you guys all walk out to the front desk, and not even 5 minutes after, Erica walks out and she starts counting. That's fancy.
Just us in the waiting
What music in the
room.
game? What was that?
That was me.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah, no, that's what it was
Um,
like. Just us in the waiting room and just elevator music.
Shit, good music.
Erica counts the number of you, and she walks behind the counter, talks to another guard, who then walks out another door. He comes back with 6 small pouches, and she goes, "You all fought very well, and you were clearly
We killed
not
those
in
things.
clearly not in league with these cultists or demons." She says, "and it was obviously not your fault." She says, um, "I appreciate all the help that you put in." She said, "and this is a small thank you for that." And she gives each of you 25 gold.
Oh,
I
whoops.
can't do that, man. Hang on.
Each of us 25 gold. What maths is that?
Well,
It's 25 gold for each of you.
yeah, I
like,
was about to say that's
individually,
25 gold each. So
Yeah,
no
it's
math.
not 25
the
gold
simplest
split
math you
between
could
us. It is
I-
25 gold per person.
Yeah, no, I had to add it on to how much gold I already had, and
Oh,
you know, I couldn't work out
rightio.
what-
Sorry, I was so
Oh.
confused. I'm just like, how is that a hard thing to do? I don't understand.
I really struggled going 7 plus 5, so you know.
That's fair enough.
Ironically, mine is also 7 plus 5. Well, it's,
I'm rolling in it now.
it's big number. 7
Oh,
plus
dear.
5, but yeah.
I guess we leave.
Proceed.
Sorry.
You,
The
No,
dog
that's
wants to
alright.
go in and out of the room constantly. Wait. I'm still here.
This building
Still
made
here.
of doors.
Wow.
So many people.
she says, she looks it over and she goes, she says, I really do appreciate all your help. And you can tell that she's genuine with those words, and she actually means it.
Erica,
Yes.
next time, can you please take a joke?
Well,
I mean nothing
she
threatening by
she
what I
sort of
did.
looks at you, and her sort of genuine smiling face sort of sterns up a bit, and she goes, "You do realize that there was demons summoned, and then you try to cast magic behind my back."
I mean, they were dead. We were coming in peacefully, and then, you know, I figured everyone could use a bit of a laugh after the sad news, and
We come
he
in
just
peace, shoot
turned
to kill,
bloody
shoot to kill.
into a prison. Felt a little excessive. I just thought everyone could use a little bit of a light-hearted laugh. You know,
She goes-
break the ice
she-
a little
she-
bit.
She's looking at you, and she goes, "It's not really the laughing mood. You need to learn to read the room."
Read the room, Amanda.
She goes,
Everything was bad. I
and then
wanted to cheer it up.
and then she sort of looks to the rest of you, and she goes, "Thank you all very much, but I have some leads to follow up on." She says, "Where before she as she goes to walk away, she stops for a second. She goes, "Where are you currently all residing?"
The Batcave.
Mm, the
Where are
Batcave.
we? Where are we residing, actually?
I don't remember if I
That
wrote down that place
the
was,
upside down ship place.
The tavern?
yeah, the port side broadside, battered broadside.
it.
That's it.
Yep,
As
that's
we
it.
also,
I got there in the end.
Sort Yep.
while Erica can still say too, as we leave,
Oh,
I'm going to
it's
make
back and
sure.
forth.
Who is it? What's Todd's character? I forget.
Kyle.
Kyle. I'm going to make sure Kyle has the bunnies and the rabbit thing on his ass with the minor illusion as we leave, so Erica can see that just as we walk off.
She sees it. Roll a perception or insight check.
Okay.
Did she smile?
Oh, right. Where's perception? There it is.
3.
Oh, 3.
You just see her turn around and walk back towards the waiting room area.
All right. I'm happy with that.
With my passive perception, did I notice if she chuckled or smiled?
No.
Damn it! I don't want to roll. I know it's gonna be bad if I roll.
All right.
We've told her where we're residing, haven't we?
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
So
cool.
you now step out. It's probably close to. It's the later part of the afternoon at this point.
Mhm.
Is there anything you would like to do?
Where was Captain Haggard going? Was he leaving?
I believe he was just at the warehouse
Hmm.
with Jim.
Should we
Jim's
go
about
to the
have a
warehouse
fun
and
night.
see what's happened? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't have a horse in this race, but
I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe just giving them the heads up.
Well, I think that's where we started this whole encounter at. We started it at the warehouse, then went to the alley.
Hmm.
Is it possible we can go back and loot the bodies?
You could try.
probably
Why
the
not?
police have probably cleaned the place up by now.
You'd want to hope so.
Why don't we go back and try and find old mate that did the disappearing act? See if there's any trace of him.
I mean, if we're going to if we're going to backtrack back to the warehouse to give Haggard a heads up, we might as well, I suppose, backtrack back to the
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm happy to do that. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
So
Okay.
first
Oh, and you-
Monkey Alley, second Imp Alley, third warehouse.
Do we have like a detect magic or like a
You mean like the one that I was trying to cast in the prison?
yeah, like with we do it where our mate disappeared from. Like
Well,
in
that
Church of
detect
Light.
magic only works if there's currently magic
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm trying to think like how
Yeah.
would we?
I mean, we can get there. I can cast it, but we would have to be like
Yeah, well, let's do that.
yeah. So yeah,
Okay,
back
so
to
you guys.
Monkey Alley.
All right, so you
And
guys
if there's
make your way.
residual magic, you know,
Yeah, that's
sort
what
of-
Yeah.
I don't know
Uh,
anything about this, obviously, as a lizard.
Upon arriving, you see that most of the people are now back on the street. You turn towards the alley where the guards and that were, and you see some blood stains on the ground and some dark sort of I can't think of what the word is.
Michael.
Yeah. I knew how to
Blood.
spell it, wasn't sure how to say it.
Mhm.
Neither do I. I have
yeah.
no idea how to say that either.
Yeah,
so
it's
yeah,
Ichor.
you see some what it appears to be dark blood, but it's just a black sort of sticky liquid that's stuck to the concrete. And you find some water from what you would assume was the melted ice, but you don't see anything else. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose if we're doing the whole ritual, the whole detect magic thing, I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, so that's 10 minutes, yeah?
Yes, I think so.
Yep. So 10 minutes goes by, you finish casting detect magic, and you don't sense anything in the area. Roll me an Arcana check. Oh, actually,
Arcana.
Can we help him with
Well-
that action or?
We're rolling Arcana,
Only
yes
if
or no?
you have any ability, you know. I think.
actually, where are you? You're standing
Oh.
there.
Or
You would
someone with
detect that.
knowledge?
Actually, yeah, you would detect some magic. It's coming from the gong that was on the corner of the main street.
Okay. What school of magic is it from?
The magic is, I believe it's abjuration. Yeah, abjuration magic.
Yeah.
And you recognize it as a very high level spell as well. It's not something it's not something that's easily cast, but you also get the feeling that it's once it's in place, they're quite permanent.
Right.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay,
I heard
so,
nothing
yeah,
more
as
there,
I,
continue.
Like after I cast it and I discern what's around with the stuff, I just let everybody know that I don't detect any traces of current magic aside from the gong.
I guess we'll just keep going down the alleyway, will we?
Yeah. Well, in
Where we
saying
kill
that,
everything.
can we do just like a check around the area, see if like we knew where the cultist was when he summoned the monkey? Can we check to see if there's any like
Obvious
knocked
escape route.
over anything,
Tracks?
disturbances, tracks? If he ran
Yeah,
away to
so you can
Investigation.
roll me. Yeah, investigation, I guess, would work. Yeah, sure. So, 20. You walk up and down the alleyway quite a bit, and whoops.
oh god, it's
We
getting
found
dark.
lead.
I'm going blind.
You realize that the end of the alley actually opens up again to the main street, but is quite blocked with debris and crates and other stuff, and you're pretty sure no one would have gone that way.
Right.
You come to roll me an Arcana check, actually.
Who?
Who investigated? Phil and if one of you guys want to as well.
Yeah, I'll go.
If I'm doing it, we're in trouble.
Actually, yeah, Chase, you can as well.
Nah, if I'm doing it,
What
we're
a
in
good
trouble.
one!
I'll do it
You
anyway.
did. You finally got a good roll.
I did a thing! Oh, well, fuck me.
Hey.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Phil, Jin, and Chase sort of look around the alley. You get the feeling that he couldn't have gone out the other way, and he could have only gone out the way that you'd sort of cornered him in. After hearing Jin describe what happened in front of him and Chase knowing a little bit about magic, you gather that the Balgara probably cast invisibility on him.
Well, that was sort of the point of me saying, like, when I was in direwolf form with keen hearing and smelling. Even if he did,
I was aware.
Yeah, like I would imagine that would have helped ascertain whether or not he teleported, because I still would have been able to hear him.
Yeah, but you didn't specify that you were actively looking for him either, so I just went off your passive.
You didn't give me the option either.
So did we find much other than that, like with the Arcana, or?
No. So you've sort of got to the point where the trail has run cold. You do, however, gather that the scroll that he used was already pre-prepared, and it's
I mean, clearly we didn't see him write it out in front of us.
like after Kyle's telling you it's a bait and switch and everything else, you get the feeling that he might have wanted you to chase him.
Well, that's okay. The rest of them are dead.
Is the paper still anywhere? What happened to the paper? The scroll.
The scroll was sort of destroyed on use.
Okay, so there's
It's
no trace of the
one-off.
paper at all. So there's no trace of the paper at all. We can't work out what paper mill it came from, and then trace it back to the suppliers.
The paper sort of you can imagine the paper sort of acted like a water balloon, and it just sort of splattered, and the blood seeped out into a sphere, into the circle that summoned the Bulgara in the first place.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I guess we just keep going back towards the cultists that we murdered down the other alleyway.
When
murdered.
the whole fight broke out and you said that the people running inside and the doors were disappearing and stuff like that, would Jin and Capiche have seen that? Or would would Jin know about that?
No, because your character wasn't in the city for a very long time. So no, your character, you heard all the locks, and you saw from where you were probably standing, you probably would have noticed that when you walked out of the alley with the guards, that a lot of the doors had been sort of walled off, but they're all back to where they were now.
Do I detect any magic from the doors?
No.
Okay.
You can piece together that the gong sound might have had something to do with it, but you're not entirely certain what happened.
Yeah. No, I'm starting to sort of get that might have been like when the gong sounds, a lock means the doors turn into walls or something like that.
That's pretty cool. Alright, I guess we continue down to the other spot where we killed all the guys.
Yes, I would. Running on assumptions of the way that this alley is sort of pieced together, I would imagine that our cultist friend may have just been hiding there, waiting for us to leave, and then just walked out.
Yes. Oh.
Probably. Well, did all of the guards come? Did all of the guards come with us when we left with Erica?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Although you did see more guards walking towards the alley as you were going the other way.
Oh.
So they didn't completely leave the area unattended.
Is any of these people here a shop owner? Like
You look around and there's clearly a few people here that are running some stalls or standing in front of the shops.
I might just go up to a random one and ask, did you see any strange individuals leave this alleyway earlier today?
No, he heard the warning symbol and just ran for the first house that we can find. It's an amazing thing, but once you're in the house, it locks pretty tight and nothing's getting in or out.
When did you leave? When you left the house though, did you see anyone strange about?
No, when we were allowed out, the guards were everywhere. A few members of the church, but that's about it.
When we were in the guardhouse, did we hear the gong sound again?
No.
So with that, were you the first one back out into the street?
One of the first, yeah.
Who was the first?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. It's quite a long range on that lock system. It's
Is
some
it?
top tier magic, I tell you.
What are you selling here, Chief?
Oh, and he points to all these fish and prawns and he
Capricious
goes,
fish come running.
fresh this morning. Although he said I did have to leave it for a couple of hours in the sun, but it's better than being dead.
I apologise. I'm not a big fan of fish, but here, have a gold coin. Thanks for the help.
Oh,
And then I'll just go back to the guys.
I ask if that gold coin buys me a fish.
Sure, he gives you what type of fish? He gives you a massive
the
salmon.
biggest one. Yes.
A tuna
It's like
the size of your
2.5
torso.
kilos.
Nice. I say the lizard equivalent of nice, which is
All right.
Thanks. Come again.
All
I
right,
feel like she
buddy.
couldn't hear anything out of your over your salivating.
yeah. Little bits of drool dripping off my fangs.
All right, so you make
Oh,
it back
God,
to the other.
They left the bodies. Terrible cleanup crew.
We leave the bodies.
There's
You
bodies and
notice
blood
the same,
everywhere.
same sort of black sticky liquids on the floor where most of the imps had perished, but the cultist bodies are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything
So
of
do we get
value on them?
do we get the idea that the bodies disintegrated or that they were taken?
Ooh.
You get you sort of, based on your understanding, you know that demon bodies tend to break down in the material realm.
Right.
The process varies on how long it takes, depending on the demon, but you sort of know what might have happened to him. But the cultist bodies are still there. They're untouched. And based on
like
where Phil's standing, Phil notices there's a guard at the other end of the alley, sort of keeping watch.
Pretty sure that's where he was prior to the map shift. So
Yeah,
whether
but
he jumped back up on the roof is, I suppose, up to him.
if we're gonna do that, then whoop. There we go. So yeah,
was it like a sort of like a head cultist, sort of like some head honcho? Is that the dude we chased?
yeah, that would be the individual you chased.
Right. So none of them got away from this alley, right? Apart from that guy.
No, actually,
I thought there was one more.
no, none of them got away, but one of them did get deleted by accident.
Okay, good. Because I was about to say, I swear there was another one.
Yeah, I was thinking
one that
there's
tried to run but failed.
Fell over and died immediately.
Sorry, where did Kyle get that letter from?
He got it off the one that's currently closest to you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think he handed that note to him before he ran it off. I think.
If I remember correctly, the when we chased down the other cultist, Phil, Kyle, and that they checked the pockets of the dead cultist, didn't they?
I think we did do a quick body check.
I remember something about cutting off imp wings.
Imp tails, they cut them off.
Oh, imp something,
And
but I'm assuming they've
Pearl
also.
was holding them like Peach is holding the salmon now by the tail.
Or did they have they
Like-
also
like it's a trophy.
disintegrated?
Yeah, they also started to break down.
So
She sort of dropped them in the street when she ran into the Bulgur.
oh, good, because I was about to say, does Pearl have just like a pocket full of black ichor?
No, they wouldn't have fit into a bag.
It's like, hey, Pearl, pass me one of those imp tails.
I remember what Grog with the bag of holding, and he had all the orc heads or something like
Yeah.
that in there.
That's what I was thinking, basically. Yeah. Well, I suppose we'll do just another pat down of the body, see if there's anything interesting
want?
or
we,
information
do, we, do,
wise.
we do another quick investigation.
Well, I suppose this one would be a more slightly thorough
You
invariant
can roll with
investigation.
advantage, or you can roll individually if you want.
Oh, I just rolled individually.
Yeah, you know what? I'll roll it. I'll see how.
God, get the
It
edge
can't be
in.
any worse than what I've been rolling.
You haven't rolled a 1 yet, have you?
Yay!
I
Double
was so
digits!
betting that one. I was so betting that one.
I would have left. I would have just gone.
7 minutes.
And
All
once again, Chase outdoes me.
I've only got ones on these, but I'm like, I'll try.
I'll take it.
I've got a +4. I got the lowest.
Chase is big on faking it until he makes it.
I'll have
Alright.
the +4. Jim's got the +3. Jason's got the +1. Yeah, Chase is outdone with the last 2 times.
I'm guessing Jin's just too conceited.
I'm just gonna sit on this pile of rocks and eat the salmon.
Would you like me to cook that for you, Capiche?
I want to
Leave.
like look thoughtfully up and shake my head. And I stop after a bite and I say, "Do you want some?"
Okay, so you find
I
3
take,
gold.
hold out this-
take my dagger out, cut off a little piece,
Raw-
cook it, and eat it.
Broad dripping fish. Yeah.
Can I have all the daggers?
Yep. So you find 3 gold coins and 25 silver coins. You find some playing cards, and you also find 2 daggers.
Hmm.
Do
I'll
the
take
playing
dagger.
cards have nudie pictures of girls?
No,
Okay,
they're
so
just
these
a s-
these
just a
cultists weren't
simple,
degenerates.
a simple stack of normal playing cards.
If we got someone looking after the gold, they don't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about 3 gold and 25 silver. You guys, somebody else can keep track of that.
I'll take the
Capiche,
playing
here you go,
cards.
buddy. Oh, I've been figuring out how to Capiche. He can have the gold and silver, unless someone else wants it.
Maybe we should give it to Pearl.
I do like shiny things.
Alright, then we'll give it to Pearl.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll take the
don't,
playing cards.
don't chew on it. The newer guy wants to chew on silver coins and he turned blue.
I'm attempting to skin this fish and turn it into a purse also.
A purse?
Yeah, like a little money
Okay.
pouch.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if I heard that right.
Okay. So you
So-
don't really find anything else of value on these guys.
Okay.
Did you get that
Do
gold
they
as well?
have any
Yes, I did.
Cool.
identifying markers or symbols or something that could be like, hey, they belong to this?
Yeah, do we know what cult these guys belong to?
Yeah.
Yeah, not like cult for us to wipe out.
Like, do they have like a
Do they have membership card or something?
yeah, or like a tattoo or like just a name tag?
Um,
DM frantically writing down, it's like, shit, didn't think of this. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Shoot.
I did. I said, make sure cultists have membership cards.
you based on those investigation rolls, no, you do not find, not on these guys. You don't find any markings or anything.
Not even any tattoos or cool shit.
You
Like, does that whenever tattoo
on
saying,
one
like,
of them you do
mum?
find tattoos, but it
It's just a love heart that says
You-
mom.
Mom.
I was gonna say you look at the tattoo and you sort of recognize it more as a prison tattoo. It's a set of numbers that would be given to an inmate.
Mm,
Do
they
we know
are
if
degenerate.
the prison here would mark prisoners like that?
You are unsure.
Do we know if that guard's by that road? Like, do we know he's there?
Phil can no, Phil can't even see him from that view. But if you, I mean, when you stepped up here probably to loot these guys, you probably would have noticed him standing there, but he's facing out towards the main street.
Do we want to ask the guard if he recognizes this
Hello?
shoddy identification marker?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, just
Hey,
checking.
guard.
Can I make a waterproof pouch using this fish skin?
You trying to make
We'll
you
get
trying
back
to
to
make
that
a
later.
fish a fish scale water skin?
Yeah.
We'll get to that a bit later, I guess.
I'm putting it in my
You
inventory.
threw me off with that one.
The yes or no question.
I'm putting it in my inventory, and you can delete it if you want later.
Alright, I'm gonna whistle the guard over and go, hey, buddy, can we have your help for a minute?
The guard hears you and turns around and says, "You shouldn't be down there. That's a crime scene at the moment."
Yeah, I know, we killed them all. It's alright, don't worry about it.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
If,
that was me. I mean, us.
Well,
in all honesty, my
job.
friend, if you are guarding a crime scene, you should probably have them at both entrances.
The guy's not at the other end.
No.
Did we see a guy at the other end?
I'm pretty sure we walked straight past him.
Yeah,
There
no.
was one there. Didn't even look at stopping us.
I'm sure he would have told us to stop if there was one.
Oh,
just
I
shake my
bet
head.
you he's just gone to the pub and knocked off early, right? Thank you
Can
for
you-
letting me know.
Can you blame him though?
Well, you're currently
Friday.
understaffed by at least one man, so perhaps he was assigned elsewhere.
No,
Maybe they.
he looks at you and goes, "No." He probably thought he could get away with all the chaos and sneak off and grab a drink early.
Anyway, not what we're here for, buddy. So, this cultist over here, he's got some pretty cool tattoos. Do they look like the
Guard
tattoos
sort of
you
walks
got
over
with
and
us?
looks at it. Numbers don't look familiar. He said it's not something that the prisoners here would get unless they've done something extremely bad.
Well, I mean, he's dead, so he's not gonna care.
But no, he sort of looks it over again. I don't believe it's the prison here. But he was definitely a criminal, if it makes you feel better.
Well, he was a cultist. By
different, he's
definition,
dead.
they are criminals.
He's dead, buddy, so I don't really care.
Yes, if you did not know, these particular degenerates summoned demons, so yes, not exactly law-abiding citizens.
Oh, don't worry. The rumors are already spreading. Apparently, you guys are quite a force to meddle with. You did a good job.
I believe
Out
the
of
turn of
interest,
phrase
you
is
got-
forced to be reckoned with, not meddled
That's what I
with.
said.
You did not.
Out of interest, you guard friend.
He's
that
sort
should
of
be
looking
got-
around, puzzled now. Well, anyway, thank you for your help, but this is a crime scene. If you would be, if you would be so kind.
Yes,
He,
yes, we'll
he,
get a
he
move
sort
on.
of he sort of knows that you guys have dealt with these cultists and also the bigger demons that he's heard the rumors about. He's asking nicely. He's not really forcing you at this point in time.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
start walking
Yeah,
towards the
at
exit
that
with
point,
him.
we've already done what we were, so we walked past him, and as we walked past, like, we've done more investigating this place than they have. This is embarrassing.
Can I just ask you real quick? Your friend guard that should be guarding the other end, what was his name?
He sort of sits there for a moment. He goes, "I don't know." He said, "We've got a heap of new recruits, and they all think they're the best in the business."
Yes, we've
Right,
heard the
yeah.
new recruit story, but surely you should know the name of your friend that's guarding
Yes,
the other end.
Captain Egg. What was it? What was the name?
Erica?
Eggard.
Erica.
Eggar. What was it?
Yep.
Last name?
Agrech.
Egretch.
Eggar.
Yes, Captain Egretch will hear about this.
He goes, "Well, I hope she does."
Yes, we will tell them of missing guard and one that did not know there was a missing guard.
I'm just trying to do my job, guys. Come on.
I
Try
don't know
harder.
his name.
Yes, I'm
In
sorry.
case it's future
I'm-
reference, it turns out that he wasn't actually one of your guards, and Turned out that he was actually the guy we're looking for at the moment, the lead cultist.
As you
If
say
you
that,
should
the
prefer to
penny sort of
avoid
drops, and you see his
being
expression
looked at.
change. He goes, "Do you think so?"
I
Well,
mean,
we
it's
are-
plausible. I mean, how would you try to escape a situation? Dressing up as one of the guards is not the worst idea you could come up with.
Yes, we are
Oh,
currently missing one cultist and one guard. Coincidence?
I think not.
I wasn't really
Guard
paying attention
uniforms
to
are
what these
extremely.
two were saying, but I've pulled out my rapier already.
He sees you do that, and he reaches for his spear. He's like, "I don't want trouble," he says,
Whoa,
"but I
whoa,
am a
whoa,
guard,
whoa.
and these uniforms are extremely hard to get." He says, "You wouldn't get one
Not unless
unless you
took them
pass
off,
training."
or if unless you took
Training
them off a
is-
dead
It's
body.
like, I'm sure there are plenty of other ways.
At this point, we're pretty sure we're honorary guards after all the shit we've just done.
All right,
So
move
it's-
aside. We're walking through.
Yeah, we just walk
Yeah.
past him.
We just walked past him.
All right,
By the
And you
way,
guys-
what was your name?
Greg.
Greg. I will remember.
Running
this.
Greg. I'm running
Greg,
Greg
yeah.
underneath
Oh,
Jim.
Greg!
Greg, a definitely not made up on the spot name.
Nope.
Greg of how? What?
Greg, I recommend finding a new partner or guard that helps.
Or, finding one.
Yes, or having one.
I'm leaving.
Yeah.
As-
we've left and Capisha's just like looking at his like blind skinny mate. He's like, oh shit, runs after us. There's the
As you
guy-
guys,
I've
as
been
you guys
asking
sort of
him.
walk past and keep walking, you get to the end of the alley. You start to turn the corner, and Chase just hears a voice behind him going, "I'm gonna kill Boris for knocking off early."
Is it just Chase that hears that, or the rest of us?
Just Chase, because Chase is at
Okay.
the back.
Well, Capisha would be at the back because it sounds like he ran up to us after we left.
I wrote.
Capiche
I write
doesn't run
Boris
unless
underneath
in battle.
Greg.
Did the guard freak out when there was just a random lizard man running at him?
I wasn't running. I was
Oh.
walking.
Okay, walking at him
I
then.
don't need to run. I'm 6'6". I can walk and catch up to you guys.
Well, you definitely catch
I'm
up to
3'2".
Phil.
I think I'm 3'2". Yeah,
We're
3'2".
pretty close to the. Oh, this is the warehouse.
So you leave the alley. You walk along the street, and you come to the warehouse.
Are there any guards here yet?
You notice there's
There's some
two
up-
guards at the front of the
Oh.
warehouse, and
On this
Hey,
side, right?
fellas!
Are we on
I
this
thought-
side or this side?
you would be on this side. So where your characters are essentially.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
'cause
cool.
we left from that side to go to the
Oh.
alley, so we've backtracked back to this side.
I mean, I assume we could just walk around the building.
Oh yeah.
Can we walk around
Two-
here?
So two guards are standing in front of the doors, and you know the doors are basically where the carts and shipping and everything goes in and out of the warehouse, and they're standing there. These two look a bit more, what's the word?
Pardon?
They're seasoned
Weathered.
guards. They've been doing this for a while.
They
go-
seem competent.
Yes. These guys actually look like they know what they're doing, and you can tell these two are not recruits. Move along, guys. Investigation's underway.
That's what we're here for.
If you have any information, return to Captain Erica at the docks
Exactly. That's what we're
Guardhouse.
here for.
These
We-
guys know
we-
who we are.
and provide her with the information.
We are
we're
working on behalf of Captain Erica
Yeah, but I basically just say we're
And a-
working for
and assisting in the investigation.
Erica.
They look at
as
each other and then
mercenaries, and
look
she's
back at you.
She's already paid us.
Mate,
They look
how do
back.
you
They look at
think
each other
all-
and look back at you guys and go, "If you're working for her, please show us the proper paperwork."
Mate, how do you think all this shit got exposed to her in the first place? How do you think she found out about it all?
Sorry, just the keyword
He-
exposed just
point.
makes me think you flashed
You're-
up.
You're saying this, and he's just staring you down. He's like, "Present the paperwork or move along."
Sorry, what was
I
your
just-
name?
I'm
just-
Samson.
Samson,
I just-
what was your name?
Yeah, first name and last name and rank, please.
I'm
I
just
am
gonna walk
Officer
up.
Samson, and this is Guard Jules.
Which one of
Guard-
them looks more
Guard Jules.
impressionable?
Jules, the other guard says, looking at you.
And wait,
Which one of them looks more impressionable?
Jules?
Yep.
All right. Well, if you won't aid our investigation, and in turn Erica's investigation, you have put this investigation to a standstill, and she will hear about this.
And we thank you kindly for your assistance.
And do not
yeah,
forget
thank
to
you.
tell them about the missing guard in the alleyway.
Oh, yes, yes. The competency of the guard these days is truly something to behold.
Oh yeah, guard Boris is fucked off for drinks, and he says, he says I'm going for beers.
Boris, I thought it was Jim.
Nah, and then Greg said, yeah, let's go, Boris. So the whole other alleyway is left unguarded.
Officer Samson looks at you and goes, Greg and Boris are missing again, are they? Well, that's the last time they'll be doing that.
Yep.
Again, repeat offenders.
Anyway,
One's a
I can't
bad
be bothered-
influence and the other's a bit slow.
Can't be bothered talking to these guys.
I
Let's
wonder,
boost around.
I wonder which one we met, the bad influence or the idiot. I think we found the idiot.
Yes.
And then we go around this side, I guess.
Can I get Kyle to drink a monster and punch through the wall so we can get through here?
Probably not faster.
I don't know, what's his strength score? He
Okay.
might just break his fist.
So you round the corner and you see Hagar standing out the front. Two guards are posted at the door. He turns to look at you. Well, I'm glad to see you're all okay. Actually, that's not how he talks.
No, I'm pretty sure he was
Well, I'm
like
glad to see
Jamaican or
you're
something,
all
wasn't
right.
he? Oh no, that's right, he
Yeah.
was McCree.
By the way, it's incredibly racist.
You guys
sounds
took off
like,
in a pretty big hurry.
Sounds like Jim Raynor from Star Trek.
Do we hear Jim screaming or getting yelled at inside?
No,
Please
you
don't
don't hear
lie.
anything.
I'm disappointed.
Well-
Jim's still alive.
He said, Hagar sort of walks forward and he goes, I was hoping we'd sort this out before I had to get local authorities involved, but this escalated pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it
when
really
they
got out of hand.
when they start summoning demons in the middle of the city, it kind of makes it a little bit awkward to be doing stealth.
Get under the rug.
Mhm.
Or
Hagar
sweep it
sort
up.
of, Hagar looks at you all and he goes, I thought it was just a prank by a rival company. Get the warehouse infested with rats and
Hey, I thought
shut us
pranks.
down
This
for a
is
couple of
something different.
days, but this is more than we thought it was.
Well, perhaps next time somebody
But-
brings up something that sounds demonic, you listen to them.
Oh, I believed you. Don't
then-
worry about that.
But my tummy gun
I distinctly remember you laughing at me.
Well,
Or was that Jim? Which
I
one
don't
laughed
know.
at me?
you said Jim laughed at you, and
Well,
Jim,
I'm pretty sure.
Jim
I'm
was
pretty
the
sure
one who-
both of them did, but I'm not sure if I know Jim did. I can't remember if Haggard also did.
Well,
Hagar-
they're definitely throwing Jim under the
Hagar
bus.
sort of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, this city's pretty well fortified, and most of the guards, well, once they've had some good training, they do quite well. But this is the new intake, and yeah, I guess it slipped.
Slipped all right. One of those idiots ended up dead.
Well, that's a damn shame."
I mean, you tell that to his
Oh,
family,
your,
mate.
your sympathy is so soothing.
But yeah, they're gonna take over for the moment, probably for the best. Here, you guys have offered to help Sal out. She's
Who the
probably
fuck's
packing
Sal?
up and ready to leave tomorrow.
Oh, right, the
fuck's
one where
Sal?
we have to take her to the monastery in the tree or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wold Temple.
What?
Well, she was talking about
The
a
Woe Temple.
job on the way.
Well, depending on what it is. Depends whether we got paid for it.
Temple of Woad. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Right.
word. Okay, I wasn't mishearing that then.
No, you were not.
I was thinking like Word Raiders from
I heard Temple of
Age of
Woe
Empires.
as in like WOAH.
OE.
No, not like woe
Whoa,
as in like sad, like
bruh.
woe as in whoa. Like
Whoa.
Neo from the Matrix
Whoa.
when he sees Morpheus jump. Whoa.
Capiche is looking forward to any chance to increase his legend.
I was honestly thinking of the dudes from Age of Empires, the Word Raiders.
What is it
Haggard
spelled?
sort of looks at the rest of you and
Spelled the
goes, "You've done me pretty good. You've worked hard, and I appreciate it all." He says, "I'll be putting in a good word, and I'll do my best to make sure that nothing bad becomes of it."
If it makes you feel any better, when we were explaining the situation to Captain,
Erica?
that's the one. Thank
Oh,
you.
you've met her already.
Yes, when we were explaining the
Oh,
situation
woman,
to
can't
Captain
take a joke.
Erica, we put in a good word for you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Emphasis on you.
He looks at you and goes, "Well, I appreciate that.
Oh, you're
The
very
least we could
welcome.
do.
And if I need someone to chase this up once it's all sorted and we know what we're looking at, I might ask you to come and get some revenge."
Well, have you made any headway on where the crate has
Boxes?
come from? I remember it was originally slated to come from Arok. Did we ever ascertain that was where it actually originated from?
Hagar sort of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, that's pretty much it. We know it came from there, and we can't be sure that the contents on the paperwork were what actually was supposed to be in the box either. But
Well,
Do
this
we
is
need to
true.
know
I
the
do
we'll
not.
be chasing that up.
Do we need to know the ship that it came in on?
It came on our ship.
Oh. Was there any other boxes like this that came in?
We did a full inventory, and nothing else stood out. Honestly, don't know how this one slipped through."
I know.
Yes, I have
sort of
my
looks at you.
ideas as well.
Do you?
I muttered that to my breath.
Okay.
Yes,
Incompetency.
there is a man that I think of. He's a complete and utter bitch. What is his name?
We have our I'm with you there.
Like I said, very important notes in this. Jim is bitch. That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
I know somewhere, I just don't know what book it's in.
Well, Hagar sort of looks at you and goes, "Well, thank you all very much, but I got to get some stuff done. And I'm more than likely going to have a few interviews."
Good luck with the job then.
Good luck. See ya.
I guess we go back to the tavern?
Was Sal? Was
Yep.
that what her name was? Oh, cool. Was Sal was at the battered broadside too, wasn't she?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose we just go back to the
Sal.
battered broadside.
Yeah, if you like.
I was more
Hide.
asking the group. I'm
I
guessing
hide.
Capiche is still enraptured with his fish skeleton.
No, he's made his purse, hasn't he?
I'm not sure what he's making, to be honest. It could be a water bottle or water
No,
pouch.
it was a purse. He wanted to make a purse. So he
Coin
can
purse.
breathe underwater.
He's making a bow out of the skeleton, the spine. He's making arrows out of the ribs, and he's making a wineskin out of the skin.
Oh,
But don't
not
forget
a,
the
it's not a
purse.
wineskin. It's just a waterproof little pouch.
And a maraca out of the not a maraca, the fucking hand symbol out of the teeth.
As you guys start to walk off, Hagar sort of looks at you and goes, How many creatures
All of
did you
them.
have to deal with?"
All of them.
I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was 3 rats that turned into imps. There were 4 cultists. One which got away because he pulled out a scroll which summoned. Do I actually know what the demon's creature name is?
At this stage,
Um,
everyone said it, hasn't they?
No, well,
Yeah, I've
I'm
said it as
assuming
the
that
DM.
as God's name, as God's
Yeah,
words
yeah.
implied, he said it. Whether or not we know
So
what it is.
Right.
Erica would have clarified what sort of demon it was during the interview.
It was a bulgur wheat.
Bulgara, wasn't it?
I don't know. I heard like
Put it-
four
I put
different
it-
people describe it in different, like call it something that
Bulgura.
I put it
Bulgara.
in the Discord.
Yeah, but yours was a meme. Yeah, so one of the cultists did run away, pulled out the scroll, which summoned the Balgura, which made him invisible, which summoned another Balgura. So 2 Balguras, 4 cultists, 3 imps.
Hagar sort of standing there, nodding his head. He goes, "All right, okay. Well, if anything, you guys are much more capable than Jim."
Yeah,
Fucking oath we are. All they
yes.
can do is open the door, apparently.
No, he killed one of the imps back here, but he got a little beat
He
up,
killed
so
one
we
or
had
he
to,
found a
we
dead
had,
one.
we had to send him
They
to get some healing.
There
he
was
killed
an
one or
imp
he found a
here.
dead one.
Yeah, didn't get through the door though, magically sealed. Our
Oh,
special.
so he didn't open that door then.
Oh, so where was this magic ceiling the first time they got out?
It's a lock and key.
Right, I suppose when the idiot opens the door and lets it out, that doesn't exactly help when it's locked.
Hagar's just nodding, sort of smiling, but at the same time you can see a bit of pain on his face as you say it. Yeah, he's like, the warehouse, you need the key to get in. Without the key, the door won't open. It's a magical lock, an arcane lock. Cost me a pretty penny, but
Do you have the only key to this lock?
I have the key unless someone else is running the warehouse for the day. But I always drop it off and I always pick it up.
And I
And he,
think
Uh,
the
so-
he
key-
sort of
so the
shows you the key on a chain around his neck.
So to just for clarification's sake, when we went into the warehouse the first time and fought the rats,
Him unlocked it and opened the door for you.
right? Okay, I wasn't sure if he had the key or if he just opened the door, closed the door, and then wasn't locked.
Where is the
from
key
where-
around his neck, isn't it?
From where Capiche is standing, you. What is your passive?
I mean, my passive perception's 15. Does that help?
Yep. So you guys would. Yeah. So Jin, Chase, Kyle does not. Peach does. And Phil does not. Okay, so just Chase, Jin, and Capiche. You notice that there's some of that what you come to know as black demon blood, sort of on the steps and in the doorway of the warehouse. You notice it wasn't there before, but after Hagar mentions it now, you sort of do pick up on it.
Hmm.
So where's this key? The key's around his neck, right?
Yeah, he's got the key.
Sorry.
Are you planning on trying to steal it from him?
I am eyeing it off, but I am only eyeing it off.
We've got no further questions or anything for Haggard and whatnot.
I don't think so, not from me.
No, not really.
He sort of looks at you and goes, I know Jim taught you the ropes and that, but he's been a bit
bitch.
different lately. But I'll let him know that you were asking for him. It might make him feel a bit better.
I didn't ask about him. Did you ask about him?
He sort of looks at you and smiles as if to say he's just going to mention it. Doesn't mean that you actually have to believe it or not.
Oh, I understand you're going to lie to him. Excellent. Makes him feel better.
Yeah. he sort of chuckles and he goes, "Hell, you only just managed to beat a single imp. You guys took down how many? He sort of looks at you with an expression of, I don't
Two.
believe the numbers you're telling me.
It was what would you say? 2 Balagora for 3 cultists, 1 got away. And not forget that one. And
Harry
3
goes,
imps.
yeah. He goes, thank you for your help, guys, but I'll let you leave you to it. He sort of walks back to the guards and starts talking to them again.
I guess we go back to the tavern then.
Hmm.
We have to walk past the Colosseum to get to the tavern, right?
The Colosseum is outside the city.
Oh, I thought it was right near
So we can if we take the long way around.
A long, long way.
The scenic route.
here.
Like the 3-hour walk to probably get there.
Okay.
Where are they
Put a pin
holding fights at the at
Put a
the?
pin in it then.
At the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place that
if-
Capiche was talking about that's like 3 hours out of the city.
Yep.
Yeah, that too. But...
you know the Colosseum
go
holds
there.
like some grand events, but it's not always open.
Right, so where's the underground fighting around?
Haggard, you followed us here?
Whoop, he should
Hang
be
on.
But
here.
also like to know.
All right. So you guys walk in and
All right, boys.
Bennett-
What's your drink?
Benedict and Sal are behind the bar having a conversation. Sal sees you and she slams her hands on the desk on the bar front and goes, "You had me worried sick."
Hey, no worries. First round's on me, boys. You want a drink?
She's just looking at you, shaking her head. It's not funny. I've got stuff to do, and I need to leave tomorrow. If anything had happened to you, I would be.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, I would like a third drink. She looks
Let's
at
go.
Benedict, and Benedict goes, "All right, drinks on me."
Oh.
Oh,
And
shit.
he starts pouring up some large.
All right, you
large
heard it here.
mugs.
We're doing body shots of Benedict Cumberbatch.
He looks at you. No.
You said drinks on you!
No drink for you.
You other racist with your metaphors and idioms.
He grabs the tankard and sits it in front of you. Here.
Thank you. I was
Thank
glad
you.
to have this drinking mug.
I'll chug it.
And you notice for like the first time since you've got here that this place is relatively empty. Like there is no one.
Was it not empty the first time we went in there?
Yeah.
The first time you showed up, it was closed. It's
Ah.
currently open, but there is no one here.
As I take a drink out of the mug, it's like, slow day then?
Yeah, well, when you how you say, have demons running around, people don't want to come here. Well,
It is
not
okay.
unless they're looking for coin.
It is okay. They will
If they don't
be
wanna
back
hear
shortly.
the
The demons are dead. You're welcome.
Did they not want to hear the great story
He looks
of
at
the
you
demon
for a
slayers?
moment. He looks at you for a moment and goes, "Thank you, I guess."
Look,
But
Would you prefer
you-
having us here or a bunch of demons?
do you want to hear the epic ballad? I feel like Chase is here to tell the epic ballad of how we destroyed the demons of the, I don't know, let's say, of the night. You know, bring some patrons back in, get Chase to throw some shit out. And tell
Chase is
everybody
just
the
sitting there with his
story
feet up drinking. He's like, I'm good.
I basically down my beer and then I go outside the front of the battered broadside and I pull out my fiddle and I start playing sea shanties and singing about how good this place is.
Benedict can hear it from from inside, and you can see a smile briefly go across his face, and then it's gone.
A single tear trickles down his cheek.
They're the heroes we deserve, but not the ones we need right now.
Ooh.
Now you know why the smile was fleeting.
the tear was from cringe.
Well, his heart is in it. That's something.
Just wait,
got
it
a
gets better. I
Good,
love this
good
one.
tune, but the
Need some
keys
work.
a little off.
I don't think that was my first beer.
Well, it is
Give me a few more,
it is
we'll
good
fill
thing
this
is
out.
fiddle. There are no keys. It is only strings.
Benedict sort of walks to the side over here, leans through the door, and says a few words, and comes back. So, you will leave tomorrow? Turns to Sal. She goes, hopefully. She
Alright,
goes,
out of game.
we
Who's
need to
the
leave.
Sal?
The one that
Sal
we've
is
got
the
the
monk
contract
that
with.
you took a contract for. You're going to
Right.
escort her and a cart.
Oh, right. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Gotcha.
She goes, if we leave tomorrow, we'll be back in time for you
For
to
dinner.
enjoy the festivities.
Oh, not dinner.
Oh no,
And good.
a week there, maybe a week back, and it should be just in time for the festival.
No, it is okay. We've got Capiche. He has strong back. Oh, sorry. You
Ooh.
meant time frame week. My bad. I misunderstood.
She just takes a big swig out of the tank. Just please be ready for tomorrow morning, bright and early. That's all I ask.
What, do you think we're going to leave again and get in another big fight with demons and murder and other intrigues?
Billy's going to chuck 10 gold pieces over the bar to get absolutely shit-faced tonight.
The
the
biggest
point where
hangover in the
he-
world tomorrow.
That's the biggest hangover tomorrow.
He's going to be absolutely useless.
You throw 10 gold coin on the counter.
Yep. Like, keep the tab open, buddy. Wait, is that going to be enough? Like, is it going to be enough?
Chase
Pearl-
walks back into the building and he's like, this place is going to be packed in a matter of minutes. And this is down and buys it.
Benedict looks and goes, I heard the call. And then he goes to reach for the coin, and Pearl pushes the coin back to Phil, and she puts the 3 gold and the 25 silver from the cultists earlier on the bar.
No,
And
Pearl,
Benedict looks
that
Benedict
is
looks at it and goes-
less. That is less than
Benedict
what he
looks
had
at it and
before.
goes, more than enough.
Oh,
He takes
Oh.
the gold and puts 10 tankards up on the bar for you.
For Phil.
I mean, you ordered them, so yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
I've still got my one.
Phil's going ahead. Whoever wants to join in, they're all in.
But
I definitely
yes.
grab one and drink it.
All right, so you guys all finish your drinks, or Sal finishes her drinks, and she gives you one last reminder that you're leaving early, and she makes her way to the.
She'll be around, love. Don't worry about it.
She waves as she walks out the door. And is there anything else you guys would like to do?
What time are we leaving in the morning?
You leave early.
I don't think like what we
Early's not an o'clock.
How about before sun is just up?
All right, Phil will keep drinking.
Okay,
until-
at some point
people-
between dawn and now, we will wake up and leave.
Benedict looks at Phil and goes, maybe I give you guys a call in the morning, just to make sure you're up.
But
Thanks.
by all means, but Phil is gonna stay committed to the drinking game.
All right.
Oh dear.
You guys drink and be merry. Unless you've got something to do, we will probably end it there.
Well, it's definitely Phil at least is drinking. I don't know about everyone else.
I will have a few.
Yeah, Jin would probably have 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then go to bed.
Just for the fun of it, Phil,
Okay.
roll me a Constitution save.
I imagine Pearl is sitting there polishing her chassis.
Oh no, she's polishing a broadsword on the table. 13?
Luckiest number in the
Uh,
game.
You keep drinking, you do pretty well. It's not really an issue, and then you get to a point where you're thinking you're gonna have a hangover tomorrow.
Hell yeah, I am.
Gets to the point where he wants to
And-
go to
and you-
bed, looks
and
up
you
the
know
stairs,
it.
and like, how am I going to get up these stairs?
I hide.
hide from stairs. Benedict just finds you under a table. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm hiding from the stairs.
Follow off on that. This is my hide.
Yep, sounds about right.
I think the stairs can see me.
I gotta hide under the stairs. Hide on the stairs.
All right. Well, we'll call it quits there then. We'll end this
Alright,
end this run.